cause this is a higher dimension.
This is a higher dimension, powered by self-comprehension. Climbing up out of this prison, I am so out of this prism. There's no confining my mental, I feel like gathering time. Wrapping it up in this rhyme, freeing up everything binding. You see what the rhyme do, casting the bliss like a spell from a witch. Do you look in the mirror and realize that I am you? We are supreme in the valley of giants and tyrants and lions and sirens and Nephilim. So why would you question them? You can apply all the pressure you want and you just gon' make diamonds and shine for the rest of them. Fire and light, water and ice, full spectrum when we on the mic. Sending you infinite energy, synchronized synergy. So you see the inner me, so you see it visibly. I show you the secrets and point to the enemy. I feel like gathering truth, spilling it all in this booth. Breaking up out of this noose, bringing you up on this paradigm. The shit that we spit at you, therapy, rejuvenation, reversal of time. Raising you up through the spine, organs aligned, controlling the planets combined. With knowing that we are divine, causing implosion without the division. Reprogramming minds that lost high in the system. All that we give it, you better get with it, cause this is a higher dimension.
Alright, sorry folks, we're back. We'll give it a minute for everybody to get back in here. Quick, fast, thank you. You are fast, huh?
I'm telling you, that motherfucker.
He was back before we were back.
That's what I'm saying. His days, like, he'll be on before, like, it'll be like 0 people watching and shit. We're still going up and he's already there.
Quick, fast is back.
He must have like a
T18
fucking connection to some shit.
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties and shit. Had to fucking restart everything. But we're back.
Lie the halls of Lamenting,
yeah.
far beneath the island of the sunken Atlantis. Halls of the dead and halls of the living, bathed in the fire of the infinite fall. Far in a past time, lost in the space-time, the children of light look down on the world, seeing the children of men in their bondage, bound by the force that came from beyond.
Well,
Knew they that only by freedom from bondage could
it was Naboo, Jay.
Oh yeah, they did predict that the planet was gonna fucking hit, I guess, right? That's what it is, man.
And fix the camera so Matt's in it.
Man, who ain't in it? You're not in the shop. But we're back. We're sorry, folks. We don't know what the fuck happened. Like, seriously, even my phone, which is... And now all you folks who are watching, it's funny because you saw my phone was in my lap. I don't know. I didn't say, hey, Siri or nothing, but Siri was acting up. See? Okay, yeah. Well, I said, hey, Siri now, but I didn't say, hey, Siri earlier. What? Siri, you are useless. Hey, Siri, you are useless.
That doesn't sound good.
Siri, you are not helpful. Thank you. That doesn't sound good. Yeah, my Siri has a fucking Australian accent and shit. You like that? Wave hi, Meta.
I'm good.
Wave hi. How you doing? We're back. I don't know. Again, we don't know what the fuck happened. My phone started acting up. Everything started acting up, and then also we weren't there.
Nobody hit the camera.
Don't hit the fucking camera. But it's funny, we're back into the same live stream and the same chat, so that's cool. I don't know how that happened, but hey, whatever.
Because YouTube's cool like that. It does that, or it lets us get back. For some reason...
maybe because the blog talk connection too. I don't know, whatever, fuck.
For some reason, OBS had to be all restarted because OBS didn't know that we're still doing the same thing and just starting again, or whatever.
We don't know what happened, but whatever. We're back. We apologize, folks. So
Alright.
we'll get back to smoking. We'll get back to talking.
Smoking. Breaking this up.
Yeah, give me a second
Junior,
to
this
that
is your
something.
new job.
You know, what's
I'll
that?
even black scissors and black handle. Break that up there, right there.
Word,
Chop it
that's
up,
what I'm
break it up.
saying.
So we can
Yeah.
roll it and stuff. So
Put
we
that
got some shows
motherfucking
going
work.
on over here. We gotta do and stuff. All right. Can you do that for me? Thanks. Good looks.
I'd love nothing more. Thank you.
See, he's a good kid. Told you.
You
All
good
right.
for something?
So we're back to the show now.
Yeah,
Everybody's
we're
coming
back.
back
Sorry.
again. No, Crucified, I could probably make that go away.
And for Smoke King fixing everything.
Did you make that sound just now?
What?
Oh my god.
What, did that freak you out?
Yeah.
How's that look now, crucified? Is that Arthur?
No, the author of
Arthur the Aardvark? No, you don't know what this is from, do you? What? What movie? What? Speak up. He didn't know what movie. You know what movie this is from?
I'm listening to dueling banjos right now.
Right, but you know what this is from, though? You know what movie this is from, right? Anybody in the chat? Anybody in the chat, can you name this movie?
The Hills Are Alive.
Sorry?
I mean, Sound of Music.
Nope, it's the Sound of fucking music. Yeah, you are high.
Oh my God,
Keep
okay.
breaking up weed. It probably wasn't the Sound of Music.
Let me get back to, alright.
Deliverance.
Okay, yeah,
I
those
was
are the
just about
ones.
to say that.
You weren't about to say shit. You probably haven't seen the damn movie.
Come on, man. Stop
Who's in the
saying
movie
that.
then?
Stop saying
Name one character in the movie. Name the Okay, if you saw the movie, name the premise of why that movie's, well, it's not really funny, but it's kind of, huh?
Yeah, it depends how you look at it. It could be funny.
Okay, so what's funny about it then? What's the part that most people think about when they think about the movie?
Well, it depends. I mean, right in the middle of it. A lot of people.
Goodness gracious, this guy. Seriously. You have an answer?
Okay, the truth is I haven't seen it.
Deliverance? I should have remembered that.
You should. Yeah, I said Deliverance. Yeah, I already said that.
I just couldn't put it together right now.
Junior was
Let's
not.
get back onto the show here.
Thank you.
Why is marijuana illegal?
The
The real reasons are worse than you think. Let's see here. What does this have to say? Across the world, more people asking, why is marijuana illegal? Why are people still sent to prison for using it or selling it? Most assume it's because someone somewhere else sat down with the scientific evidence and figured out that the cannabis is harmful for us, like alcohol and cigarettes. Somebody worked it all out in our best interest, but when I started to go through the official archives researching for the book, the person who ever wrote this article or whatever, they found out the real reasons why it was banned back in the 1930s. I discovered that's not what happened at all. Not at all, not at all. In 1929, a man called Harry Aslinger was put in charge of the Department of Prohibition in Washington, D.C., but alcohol prohibition had been a disaster. Gangsters had taken over whole neighborhoods. Alcohol controlled by criminals had become even more poisonous. So alcohol prohibition finally ended, and Harry was afraid. He found himself in charge of a huge government department with nothing for it to do. Up until then, he had said that cannabis was not a problem. It doesn't harm people, he explained, and there is no more absurd fallacy that the idea it makes people violent. Fast forward a little bit. But then, suddenly, when his department needed a new purpose, he announced he had changed his mind. He explained to the public what would happen if you smoked cannabis. First, you will fall into a delirious rage. Then you will be gripped by dreams of an erotic character.
Amen.
Then you will lose the power of connected thought. Finally, you will reach the inevitable end point of insanity. Marijuana turns man into a wild beast. If a man bumped into Frankenstein monster on the stairs, he warned, the monster would drop dead of fright. Harry became obsessed with one case in particular. In Florida, a boy called Victor Lidica hacked his family to death with an axe. He explained to America that this will happen when you smoke the demon weed. The case became notorious. The parents of the U.S. were terrified. What evidence did he have? It turns out at this time he wrote to the 30 leading scientists on the subject, asking if cannabis was dangerous and if there should be a ban. 29 wrote back and said no. He picked out the one scientist who said yes and presented him to the world. The press, obsessed with Victor Lytika's axe case, cheered them on. Good job.
Good job, Junior. Wow, he's actually good for something. He ain't gonna talk about shit or be a part of the show that way, but at least you broke up some way. Good job, thank you.
In a panic that gripped America, marijuana was banned. The U.S. Told other countries that they had to do the same. Many countries said it was a dumb idea and refused to do it. For example, Mexico decided their drug policy should be run by doctors. Their medical advice was that cannabis didn't cause these problems and they refused to ban it. The U.S. was furious. Harry ordered them to fall in line. The Mexicans held out until in the end the U.S. cut off supply of all the legal painkillers to Mexico. People started to die in agony in their hospitals. So, with regret, Mexico asked the doctors and launched its own drug war. The scientific evidence suggests cannabis is safer than alcohol. Alcohol kills 40,000 people every year in the U.S. Cannabis kills nobody.
Nobody.
But at home, questions were being asked, and a leading American doctor called Michael Ball wrote to him, puzzled. He explained he had used cannabis as a medical student, and it had only made him sleepy. Maybe cannabis does drive a small number of people crazy, he said, but we need to fund some scientific studies to find out. And he wrote back firmly, marijuana, spelling it in the Mexican way now. They changed, he starts to change it after, the Mexicans were on board and stuff. Marijuana is evil. It's
the devil.
And can no longer be temporized with, he explained, and he would not fund any impending science then or ever. For years, doctors kept approaching him with evidence he was wrong, and he would begin to snap, telling them that they were treading on dangerous ground and he should watch their mouths. Today, most of the world is still living with the ban on cannabis that he introduced in a nationwide panic that followed Victor Lytika's killing spree. But there's a catch. Years later, somebody went and looked at the psychiatric file. It turns out there's no evidence he ever even used cannabis. He had a lot of mental illness in his family. They had been told a year before he needed to be institutionalized, but they refused. His psychiatrist never even mentions marijuana in connection with him. So does cannabis make people mad? No. The former chief advisor on drugs to the British government, David Nutt, explains, if cannabis causes psychosis in a straightforward way, then it would show in a straightforward way. When cannabis use goes up, psychosis will go up. When cannabis use goes down, psychosis will go down. So does that happen? We have a lot of data from a lot of countries, and it turns out it doesn't. For example, in Britain, cannabis use has increased by a factor of about 40% since the 1960s. And rates of psychosis, they have remained about the same, pretty steady. In fact, the scientific evidence suggests cannabis is safer than alcohol. Although Willie Nelson says a friend of his once died when a bale of cannabis fell on his head.
Oh, wow. That's a big, heavy bale. Must have been a lot of weed in that motherfucking bale.
Oh, a bale's like 50 pounds or something, I think, so... 50 pounds falls on your head. You're not expecting it or whatever.
Oh, my mother
breaks
took
your neck and
50-pound
shit.
fucking basket of me once.
Yeah, but you was probably like, oh shit, you know what I mean? You weren't probably walking by like a big huge bale of fucking like weed and stuff, and one just fell on your head as you were walking and shit, and crushed your neck and your spine and shit. You know what I mean?
Made that shit too. My cousin called me Spider-Man because she picked that shit up and chucked it at me. I was like, Spider-Man.
So he's the man who made it illegal, but it also has to do with fucking a lot to do with the people, the money involved and stuff. The lumber industry was very worried about it for paper reasons and stuff like that. You know, the cotton industry was very, very worried about it for fucking, you know, we wouldn't need to use cotton anymore. Who the fuck needs cotton when you have hemp? You know, So there was a lot of people, the oil, you know, the oils that come from it and stuff. So oil industry and everything. I mean, Henry Ford, which I don't agree with, again, with everybody, with everything that they did and everything they did. But Henry Ford's first cars were built almost entirely out of hemp. They ran on hemp oil and everything like that. He was all on board for that. He knew was the way to go, but, you know, his buddies, you know, fucking Standard Oil and stuff like that were like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? Standard Oil was the dude, the fucking, the steel fucking dude. I forgot his name and everything, you know, all those that fucking...
Fuck that guy.
But, so, all those people, they all got together, and they're like, nah, that's not a good idea. It's not going to happen. Guys. And they probably were over there with Harry, and they were like, yo, dude, listen, this stuff really is bad. Alcohol prohibition's over. You might as well get on board with this. We'll give you some money and stuff to help you out with it and everything.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Fuck that guy.
So, you know, for the last fucking, however many fucking years, most fucking states and fucking around the world, it's been illegal. But that's slowly changing. I just was reading recently that by the end of 2018, after all the upcoming elections and fucking voting and everything that happens this year in 2018, 46 of the 50 states in the United States and its territories, well, the 46 states, but Guam and Puerto Rico have it medical, and I don't know what it is in Guam. I think it's medical in both of them or whatever. But anyway, so within all of our territories and all 50 states...
Just real quick. Wait, Guam's a U.S. territory?
Yeah.
Cool, I don't remember that. Thanks. Thanks for bringing me up to speed. Cool.
Yeah,
I was going to say Hawaii.
That's when you go to
Puerto
Guam,
Rico.
When you go to Guam, that's the United States. You're
Cool.
in the United States.
Oh,
It's
wow.
just it's not considered a state, just like Puerto Rico.
Oh, so you can like fly there without a passport?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like going to Puerto Rico.
Oh, cool.
Junior.
Told you he's a spy.
Whatever. Let him fly around.
Spy
Let him fly
box.
around. They ain't in the other room. Anyway. Yeah, DuPont had a way.
Fuck that guy.
It was involved. There's a lot of big people that are still involved with a lot of shit that goes on today
Fuck
with
those
why
guys.
that stuff was happening and stuff. But by the end of 2018, all but fucking 4 states will have legalized marijuana, and whether medical or recreational.
That's fucking awesome.
So that's
Yeah.
fuking great.
That means that
And there's
America's
countries that are
gone green.
legalizing it, fucking, and now all of a sudden Agent Orange and stuff supposedly is gonna change, is changing his whole stance on it and stuff, and everything's gonna switch up and everything.
Well, that's because if he
And it's
builds
just
the
gonna be-
wall, he said that the flow of drugs isn't going to come in anymore, and that's his concern. See, building the wall to drugs.
Well, we know the drugs ain't coming from there. I mean, why the fuck are we in Afghanistan right now?
Yeah, that's the question.
Hey now,
If the drugs were coming from Mexico, we would have armies in Mexico.
hey now. Just saying. I mean, you're not wrong, but yeah. It's like hemp too. You can do so much with hemp. All this radioactive shit and everything. Throw some hemp on it. Like let's stop that movement too. Along with all the weed, the smoking of it, and everything, and the medicinal purposes are great too. But the hemp movement also needs to be a huge part of that movement because there's so many plastics and shit that are outdated and antiquated systems we're using that could be fucking replaced with this incredible thing, and we could actually start to heal this planet too.
They only focus on, you know, because a lot of people, and I'm not saying anything, there's nothing wrong with getting high and stuff. Even
Nothing
some
wrong.
people that are saying they're using it for a lot of times when I'm not using it for medical reasons all the time. I like getting fucking high. I ain't gonna lie. I never, you know what I mean? I do use it for medicinal purposes. Mostly when I use my capsules and stuff, that's the more medical. I just enjoy smoking fucking weed. It's fucking, and there's nothing bad about it. It doesn't hurt you. It's a good smoke. It has anti-carcinogens and shit, which I was gonna get down and break it into the science here and shit a little bit about it. But you know, there's more to it than just the THC, the part that gets you high. People know now of everybody's CBD. CBD comes from hemp. You can have, that's what CBD comes from hemp. There's no THC in hemp, but you can get the CBD oils from hemp and stuff. It's CBD hemp oil and everything like that. So people put off hemp and everything, like, you know, they just, all this time, and hemp has been legal all this time. You've been able to get this, just becoming more popular now. You've been able to get hemp oil for a long time and stuff like that. They never made hemp illegal and stuff. It was, I think, something to do with it, like you couldn't grow so much and everything. There was certain things with it and everything. So certain laws with it, but now even that, so now you're going to start seeing clothes, you're going to see paper, you're going to see everything from, if you follow us on Instagram, you can make an entire house where almost the entire house is made out of hemp. The furniture, even glass, it's not glass, it's plastic, it's a clear plastic, and it's made out of hemp plastics, and it's a good plastic. When they make this plastic and stuff, it doesn't harm the environment to make this plastic, like most plastics fucking cause all kinds of pollution and shit. It's done in a pretty environmentally safe way and stuff. So you don't have to fucking worry about all that shit. Just from fucking hemp, it can save the world. Jack Harrow knew fucking, he wrote the book and shit.
Hemp. Throw a little hemp on it. Sprinkle that shit everywhere.
Grow it in your backyard. It grows so quick. It fucking, you'll see, just grow one fucking, just plant hemp in your whole entire, if you got a yard and stuff, just plant a whole field of hemp one season and then cut it down, and next year plant grass and watch how, and vegetables and shit, and watch how amazing it fucking grows. The hemp will just fucking rework all the soil and everything, get all the micro, everything. It will just do all this amazing work. Like Jiggy's been saying and stuff. It literally, if they go to Fukushima and shit right now, and they planted hemp all over the fucking place, it literally absorbs the radiation and the fucking, the toxin, the nuclear fucking waste and shit out of the ground and into the hemp and stuff, and it stores it safely. Like you can then cut the hemp down and dispose of it and stuff, and it's no longer fucking radioactive and shit like that. Like, it's fucking amazing. Why the fuck aren't they doing that?
Exactly.
Wow. That, my friend, is the question.
Yeah, hemp for food, marijuana for food and stuff. The benefits, the nutrient benefits of just hemp seed alone and stuff, and eating the hemp plant and stuff like that, and the buds of marijuana, eating, juicing the leaves and stuff of marijuana. It's fucking amazing. Everybody should fucking juice marijuana leaves and drink a shot. I mean, it's really, it burns. And I do it, but a shot of fucking, or you can mix it into a smoothie and stuff, but I just do a shot of fucking, I juice the leaves like almost every single day of cannabis and stuff. The benefits of it are fucking amazing. I just started doing it again. But you gotta have, obviously you gotta have plants and stuff. There's a way to set it up so that and you don't have to bud them out or anything, but you set it up so you have 30 plants continuously growing, where one's just starting out and one's on the day that you juice it, and you juice one plant a fucking day. And the benefits of this is fucking amazing. It's been all kinds of shit. Just fucking Google and stuff later on after the show. Healing all kinds of diseases and stuff. You don't have to, I mean, smoking it, you do get, smoking of it is, I'm gonna be straight up with y'all, smoking of it is just not gonna cure anything. It's more of the band-aid effect of the marijuana and everything like that. Smoking it, it's maybe some little things and stuff like that. You got a headache, and your headache's gonna go away or whatever, but you got to find out the root cause if you have headaches continuously and stuff. It's not gonna get down to it on that level. And just, you need to take it orally and stuff, eating it, you know, or fucking with oils and making fucking food with it and stuff like that, hemp, juicing it and stuff. That's where you're gonna receive the truly medical benefits. That's my one thing with this whole medical marijuana thing. It's not a fucking, it's just fucking legalizing it so you can fucking smoke it and fucking shit and everything like that. Because if a doctor isn't telling you how to eat right and eat properly, and the stuff that's actually causing you to be fucking sick and stuff, and he's just saying, oh yeah, smoke marijuana, it's gonna fucking help you out and stuff, unless he's telling you use RSO, Rick Simpson oil and stuff like that, and using other things besides just, yo, yeah, here's a script, you can go and smoke marijuana and stuff like that, and you're gonna fucking, you know, your cancer's gonna be fine. Yeah, it's gonna help you with your fucking symptoms of your cancer and stuff, and the side effects if you're going through chemo and everything like that, but it's not gonna fucking cure you and everything unless you are taking Rick Simpson oil, or you're doing the cannabis coconut oil fucking capsules and stuff like I do and everything like that, or you're juicing it in some way or another. Smoking it is not going to cure any of those things. It will help with anxiety, it can help with anxiety, but it can also cause anxiety in some people if you don't know which strains that you're smoking and stuff. That's the other thing. You need to know a lot about your strains that you're smoking, what types of stuff is going to have what types of effects. And it's more than just how much THC is in it and how much THC isn't in it, and or maybe CBD and stuff. You have CBD, CBC, CBG, you know what I mean? THC. And I have to light that one.
I gotta light it.
So there's, and then after that, you have to go into the terpenes, which terpenes are in it and everything. You have all the different terpenes. So if you're eating and you're smoking and it's stuff, and depending on how they make it and stuff, you're losing this. There's building blocks and stuff that are in there. All the amino acids and stuff that are in the hemps and stuff, that's all in the weed and everything too. And if you're cooking with it and stuff and you know how to do it right and stuff, you can keep all that stuff in there. But otherwise, if you're not doing all that and you're just like, oh, let me go and, oh, this stuff sounds cool. It's got a cool, funky name on it. Smells good. Looks nice. Let me try it. And you go home and you, all of a sudden your anxiety, CBN, CJ, you know what I mean? There's just a whole bunch of them. And you go home and you're like, oh, this one sounds like it's fun. Fucking space rocket ship, fucking crumble, fucking whatever. And let me try it out. And you go home and you're like, oh, fuck, what the fuck is going on? How come this is doing this to me? I did it the other day and I felt great. You know what I mean? There's way more to it and shit. But if you just want to smoke the shit to get high and fucking see the different effects, I mean, because there is a different effect to the different things if you notice it and you want to get onto that level and everything.
Explain those two differences between a sativa and a...
Well, sativa is more of an energetic, more uplifting, and an indica is going to be more of like, you know, a nighttime something. It's going to make you a little bit more sleepier, so, you know, more thing. But nowadays, everything is all hybrids. It's indica, sativa hybrid. Some's a little bit more of that and stuff. So that you really have to know what's going on and stuff. And people got really crazy, and, you know, now they're kind of honing back in, and they're going in, and they're growing strains. Everything was, oh, max C, THC for so long and stuff, and flavor and stuff, and they weren't focusing on all the building blocks of everything. Now they've realized they're actually growing strains that, you know, obviously we know about the stuff, Charlotte's Web and stuff, which is good for seizures and other thing, you know, that's a specific strain. But they actually have strains for women that are grown specifically because there's certain things, there's certain terpenes and stuff in the weed that help regulate blood flow and stuff in the body and stuff, and so it helps with menstrual cramp symptoms and stuff with women and everything like that. There's actual strains out there that are grown and they're specifically for these, you know, things, instead of just saying, here, smoke some weed, it will help you. They're actually taking the strains that have this one and they're growing it and fine-tuning and stuff for those specific ailments and stuff now and everything, instead of where it was just a wild west for everybody. I mean, there's fucking 700,000 seed companies out there saying my stuff is the best medical stuff out there. Well, why? Well, because it's got this much THC.
So let me ask you a question then.
You know,
a lot of these doctors who are out here prescribing these their medical stuff, are any of them even actually sitting down and saying to somebody, okay, I'm going to prescribe this for you, but because you're suffering from PTSD or you're suffering from
they're not. And I've been to several doctors. I have a medical card and stuff, and before I started to go with my doctor, that's one of the reasons why I went with my doctor and stuff, is because he's more of explaining that this is, unless you're working on these other issues and trying to get rid of whatever's causing these other issues, you're still going to have these issues and stuff. Again, like my thyroid issues and stuff was all caused because the chemicals in my body. Yes, the weed helped me cope with all the fucking shit that was going on with me and everything like that, but it was just a band-aid because I was still eating and putting chemicals in my body and on my body and everything, causing my thyroid to be all fucked up. Yeah, the cannabis, the oil and stuff, coconut oil is good for your thyroid, to balance your thyroid and help your thyroid stay fucking active the way it's supposed to be and stuff like that. But even still, because I was just flooding it with chemicals, it wasn't going to do anything. And now by the time that I got my medical card and stuff, I kind of was doing that anyway, getting the chemicals out of my body. But that's why I chose my doctor, because he was just like letting me know that or whatever and stuff, you know. And he's like, if you're taking it for psychological reasons, you should still see a doctor and talk about your problems. You need to work that stuff out. This isn't just a magic thing. You're going to smoke it and boom. And my doctor's cool. He's like, that would be magic mushrooms. You know. So again, unless you're living, I mean, a healthy lifestyle or whatever, I don't like to put it on there, but you know, living life the way you should be living, and not just doing all this stuff and putting these things and hoping that, oh, some marijuana is gonna save me. I can fucking eat all the fucking McDonald's and fucking drink all this fucking Red Bull and fucking do all this other shit and Taco Bell and fucking Oreos and fucking whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want, and put all this chemicals on your body, and Axe fucking shit everywhere, deodorant and body spray. I'm just gonna fucking whole can tonight. Woo! All right, let's go and party and whatever the fuck this shit is, you know. And you go out and Oh, I feel like fucking shit all the time. What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh, let me smoke some weed. Oh, I feel a little bit happy and stuff, but it's not gonna fucking do anything unless you get rid of what's actually causing the problem.
There's a question about mescaline. I've never, I don't know anything about it. Sorry. DMT.
No, I will
mushrooms, weed, peyote, not voluntarily.
Well, peyote mescaline's along the same lines and everything, you know what I mean? But so back to the, you know, the CBD is the new THC, Jay, kind of, but there's way more than CBD and THC and stuff. You know what I mean? You got all the terpenes and everything, the limonene, and I'm not even gonna go and name them all. And there's so many. They keep finding more and more and stuff like that. So you gotta have all these things. You can't just have a plant that's just THC and then it's got fucking shit terpenes and stuff. And no, you want to get a balance. You gotta find the right balance for each thing. Stuff that I grow is all it's a mix. It's got CBD, it's got THC, it's got good terpenes, you know, good blended terpenes and stuff. So it's good all around. So it's good for medicinal. It's good for when I'm smoking it.
Red Bull and Oreos, they like that line. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't drink Red Bull.
Like Jiggy just said, Red Bull could, you know.
Yo, I had a Red Bull fucking refrigerator in my crib. I'm not lying to you. I should always go to fucking BJ's and just get a case of it, or they give it to me.
Well, look up what's really in Red Bull.
Oh,
Just look up what's in Oreos.
Yeah.
You won't. How that's allowed to be in food? If you take the ingredients of Oreo cookies and you were to go and get them by itself and stuff, that all says poison. Do not ingest. Like 90% of the ingredients in the fucking Oreo cookies. Just fucking don't fuck with it.
Oh my God.
Lucky Charms, fucking all this cereal, all this stuff, you know what I mean? Unless it's all fucking highly processed. There's no fucking nutrients. It says on the fucking side of the box what fucking nutrients is in there. It's all fucking added shit. It doesn't fucking count.
To have real shit in it. Somewhere along the way, they just changed all this shit. I'm telling you, even the taste of 50%, you're getting old.
Well, now you see a lot of stuff is going back, made with only so many ingredients stuff, made like this. And I'm like, well, what the fuck were you doing the whole time in between since then? You know, like the Keebler elves and shit. They're like, well, we're baking real cookies again. Well, what the fuck were you baking before? Nobody's questioning that except for people like us and shit. Everybody's just like, oh, look at these new Keebler elf cookies. Made with only 4 ingredients and shit. Like Grandma used to bake. Like the elves used to bake. Well, what were they baking fucking up until now?
Wow.
Nobody's like, oh, what the fuck? What was I eating before? Everybody forgot. Oh, just like Grandma baked. No, that ain't what fucking Grandma was baking. It might be now, but it wasn't for a long time.
Don't be fooled. Don't think just because you get old, your palate changes. You know when shit just changes. It just tastes artificial. Shit tastes crazy.
All that shit tastes, you know. Again, don't eat for likes. Eat for what your body needs. Eat for the things that your suit needs to survive and stuff. It's like your car. You gotta put the right oil. You gotta put the right gas, the right fluids and shit in your car. Your body needs the right shit to fucking survive. And I'm sorry.
Same thing with marijuana. Same thing. Don't just smoke it. There's other ways to ingest it. There's healthy things. There's things you can do with it. It's protein. Just fucking
like vaping it and stuff like that. I mean, we're gonna be off these Fontos and cigars. This isn't the best fucking way. I'm not saying against it. There's ways of good organic tobacco and stuff, but you can't get a good fucking leaf to organic tobacco leaf to roll with and shit. So we got some new fucking hemp fucking CBD papers and shit on.
Yeah, because the one fucking company
trying to get a fucking sponsor and shit, but
they're fucking, you gotta go through a fucking process and send IDs and shit and everything to get them to fucking send you a fucking leaf. It's crazy. Where the fuck are they? What was that? I don't even know the name of the fucking company. There's one company where they tried, but it was a fucking process.
It's just a big, huge process to get them. I'm like, fuck that.
Fucking papers. Fucking.
So, but you can vape it. You can eat it. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of. I mean, smoking is okay, and it will get a lot of benefits because all weed, some weed has more, but they have a terpene in it that's an anti-carcinogen. All weed has an anti-carcinogen. Some has more, some has less. So some, you know, is a little bit better than others or whatever. But it's anti-carcinogen. It means it's good smoke. Okay? Like, how the fuck is that possible? Unless it's a miracle plant. So it makes the smoke an actual good smoke. But if you're not smoking it out of a good paper and stuff, and there's a lot of good papers, I just don't like joints and stuff. They just burn. They don't burn right.
You know, they fall everywhere. They fucking burn quick and shit.
You know, I mean, I know how to roll and stuff. I can roll a good joint and stuff, but they just don't burn like smoking a blunt.
I don't.
Plus, I like these leaves. I can make it as big as I want, small as I want, doing, you know what I mean? But still, I don't, you know.
Tomorrow night, too, if we do a live video, you should tune in. You may see a fucking tremendous blunt. I will say my birthday blunt, we measured it based on a fucking pool cue. So it's the bigger end of the pool cue, the fatter end. And yeah, it's pretty fucking amazing. Shit, it was the first time I met this fucking guy. Kept hearing about smoking. Oh, this dude, man, yeah, he's gonna get you high. Yeah, he's gonna get me high. Smoke, yeah, his name's Smoking. Everybody got a fucking weed name. Fucking Smokey, smoke this, smoke that. Then this guy shows up. Then a blunt now. I'm a big dude. Just picture my arm. Imagine from my fucking beginning of my wrist. To probably past my elbow. A blunt that fucking big. Okay? That's all I can say. I'm just saying. It's a hell of a night. Probably, I will say the two highest times of my life, other than the White Widow incident, was because of this guy. Okay?
Yeah, I don't have the name Smoking for no reason. It's not just like, oh, I got this one. Smoking's for a reason.
When a guy shows up to a fucking gathering with a fucking bag and says, oh yeah, this is like probably 6 months of God knows what kind of different kinds of fucking strains. Hey, just roll that up.
It was just the stuff from the train and everything.
Roll it up.
Just had been saving it up, whatever. That was just the, you know, the biggest, the most I ever smoked in one night at one time was 9.5 ounces. It was New Year's Eve, 1999. What's up, Acid?
Don't you want to go?
1999 going into 2000. And we smoked all together that night, starting the night. The evening started probably about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and ended the next day, I don't know, like noontime sometime or whatever. We smoked 9.5 ounces. The smallest joint that I rolled up that night was a ½ ounce.
Oh my God.
To put it that way, yeah. Happy bicycle day. So the smallest joint I rolled up was a ½ ounce. Okay, the biggest one that I rolled was 4 ounces. I rolled a quarter pound in one joint. Yeah. So it was a pretty crazy night, and it wasn't a whole shitload of people though. I think the most at any point was 15 people. The room when we were smoking the quarter pound was about the size of the studio. You guys seen the 3D. It's about the size of the studio. I had a couple couches like this and everything. Door was closed and everything. You couldn't, the only thing you could see, and because it literally, the blunt was this long. I can probably try and post pictures up. I have Polaroids of it and stuff. But the blunt was about this long, and it was about, I don't know if you guys can see that, about like that fat. It was about, it was a good size. It was a joint. And so the only thing you could really see was the fucking head of the joint coming around the room, because it was so fucking fog. You could barely, like, from me to Jiggy, I was like, Jiggy, where are you? You'd have to fucking wave the fucking blunt so I could see the joint, so you could see the fucking glowing head of it, to know where it was and stuff and what was going on and everything. The people who lived on the 3rd floor came down and we're like, oh, you want to hit this? They're like, we don't need to. We couldn't fucking see coming down the stairs and shit. It's so fucking smoky going up the fucking... How long you guys going to be smoking for? Because we've been smoking all night, and it's just, you know, it's the chimney effect. It goes right up the stairs, right up in the fucking everybody's house and shit. They didn't care or whatever. They were just fucking around and stuff. Of course, they sat down and smoked, but it's that much smoke. It was so smoky everywhere in this fucking house. And we just smoked and smoked and smoked. That joint, we smoked up a quarter pound joint for like 3.5 hours before we put it out. And when we woke up in the morning, I rolled. There was 6 of us in the morning, and we got whatever we called the morning. The next day, we went to sleep for a little while. I rolled everybody a joint that was like the size of my thumb, from the roach, and I think we threw the other roaches and stuff there. But the 6 of us, we all had joints, and they were, you know, weren't short joints. They were regular joints. So like, you know.
Although, you know what Jasmine was talking about earlier, I know she's still there, about JA, where she's from. Yeah, well, let me tell you about my smoking experience in JA. I didn't even smoke back then. And this is what I don't understand. One is how weed is illegal in Jamaica, but you can fucking... Anyways, but yeah. I've never seen weed that it was packed like, in like... You've probably seen black tar heroin, how it's packed.
Yeah.
And this is how it was kind of packed. And I smoked that shit, and I didn't even smoke weed back then. And I think I was high for like 24 hours. And it was like a jacuzzi, and these 2 chicks from
well, because there was probably some fucking heroin and shit in it.
Maybe.
That wasn't weed, dude.
It was weed.
Oh, there was weed in it, but it wasn't just weed, dude. Because the same weed that you can get in Jamaica is the same shit. Yeah, I could grow weed better than a lot of the stuff you could get. I mean, people are like, oh, Jamaica and stuff or whatever. Yeah, maybe back in the day at one point, because the Jamaicans were taking time to grow their weed and shit. The fucking most of the stuff we was getting here in the country was coming from the Mexicans. It was like, fuck it, and they just let it grow, and it's all full of seeds and stuff because they don't take out the fucking males and everything. They let the females get pollinated and fucking seeds and everything like that. But most of the time, in Jamaicans, they knew what was up. They know what's going on and stuff, so they grew the stuff better. But now, fucking weed everywhere is amazing. It doesn't matter where the fuck you go and stuff.
Well,
people understand.
Weed, man. This was
exactly, and that was
fucking
before
time.
back then too and stuff. But if you was all fucked up for 24 hours and shit like that, you was on something else besides some weed.
Some good fucking weed.
There's no good weed that's gonna fuck you up like that. But yeah, so I mean, yeah, back in the day, for, you know, people talked about, yeah, this weed came from Jamaica and shit, because yeah, the Jamaicans were taking their time growing it and shit. If it was the Mexican shit or fucking stuff around, you know, people they were afraid to grow weed and stuff.
It didn't come from Jamaica. It got smoked in Jamaica.
If you got stuff, you know, the homegrown, what people used to call homegrown and stuff, it's because they grew it like Mexican style. They didn't know about growing and shit and stuff. And then as, you know, things started to come about, you know, come around. Took a while and stuff, you know. 70s, you had a lot of grows, 70s, 80s and stuff, but it was still so illegal here and shit. But 9/11 is when shit changed, because the border at fucking Mexico became a lot tighter, but the border in Canada still, like today, nobody gives a fuck about Canada. And Canada's been doing their shit up there for a long time. They've been growing some good bud up there for a long fucking time, and all of a sudden all this good bud was coming in from Canada and shit. And then people were like, fuck it, why are we gonna import it from Canada, and fucking it's fucking hell going from Mexico and shit. And everybody just started fucking like, let's just do it ourselves. We could just go to Canada and learn how to grow it ourselves and shit. And they just started growing.
All my trips to Canada, I never smoked no weed up there because I didn't smoke back then. We were just talking about that shit last night. Fucking DJ Roy Barbosa, we used to take these fucking trips so he'd go fucking DJ.
Yeah, right after 9/11, there was a huge drought across, like, you know, a big drought across most of the fucking country. I mean, except for, like, Mendocino County and shit. Like, you know, there's some places where they're, you know. But for the most part and everything, and then all of a sudden came in all this fucking bud from Canada and shit like that. And after that, everybody started growing their own.
Listen. I'm just saying, I smoked some good weed. Well, Mexico, no, I didn't smoke good weed in Mexico.
It's like, fuck, cut out the middleman. Just like I did with my food. Why get your nutrients from a second source?
I'll get my green tum on in the right time. You know what I'm saying? It'll happen. I can't even see the chat from here. It came from my backyard. That's what I'm saying. That's why I grow my own shit too. It'll happen eventually. But it's cool. It's all good. I can't even lie. I don't even know most strains and all. I don't ask all a bunch of questions unless someone specifically tells me they have White Widow. That's just my shit. But
I bet you if you smoked White Widow, it's just because when you smoked it, you didn't smoke weed and stuff. You'd smoke it now.
Oh no, I smoked weed back then.
Well, no, I'm just saying. If I bet you we've probably even smoked White Widow, and you.
We did.
It's just the experience of that time of smoking.
Maybe it could have been a healing like process too in my brain. That's why my brain's still wiring itself back together.
White Widow, I mean,
But the two white widow experiences were crazy. Because it was also the boat cruise, and then there was the fight. And I was high, and I didn't care about that. I was watching the fight and shit. Whatever. There's always some kind of fucking experience. But yeah, no, I've never had a negative experience on weed. It's all been positive. That's great. Hope it stays that way. I want it to stay that way. Even edibles. But that's because I haven't gone crazy with the edibles, even his edibles. I'm just not stupid enough to fucking sit there and eat fucking, 10 fucking cookies or brownies or shit that he made, or fucking the popcorn. I knew what to do with the popcorn. Let somebody else be stupid. Let somebody else talk about that. I think I peed my pants. Yeah, fucking good luck with that. Yo, that was fucking hilarious. Dead ass. When you think you did some shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, sometimes on shrooms, sometimes you feel like you gotta pee or whatever, but I don't know about fucking peeing myself or anything from fucking eating edibles. And I had a Bible, a hollowed out, well, they call it the Bible of weed, of edibles and shit, and I ate all that shit, and I was still cool. But again, I don't think the dispensary shit, I don't know. I haven't gotten the candies or...
Again, the dispensaries is all about, that's the thing with medical weed, and that's everything people don't realize and stuff. It's all about the money. Because medical candies wouldn't be made with fucking chemicals and shit if they was really about healing and shit like that. They wouldn't be fucking, yeah, here, eat these gummies made with fucking all this nasty ass shit in it besides the fucking weed and everything. Or fucking these fucking brownies or whatever the fucking lollipops and all this fucking cool stuff that they have and everything you can get with fucking, you can get THC and fucking everything and weed and anything now. Fucking energy drinks and all kinds of shit. The fuck is the good of taking the fucking THC if it's in something that's full of chemicals and everything?
Yeah.
It negates it. It's like, why? It's a fucking super plant. It's a fucking miracle plant. It's fucking a magical plant and shit like that. But if you're taking it with a whole bunch of chemicals and stuff, it's kind of defeats the purpose. So again, that's my whole thing with, yeah, I have my medical card and stuff. That's because with the laws and everything, it fucking helps me out with certain things or whatever like that and stuff. But I don't go to a fucking dispensary and shit. I don't fucking believe it. I did go to one time just to check it out, and then again, it's a money machine. That's all it is. Oh yeah, it's non-profit and everything. Yeah, bullshit. The money's going fucking somewhere.
Someone's getting it.
Somebody's getting fucking paid.
And once you've had a vegan cookie or brownie, homemade,
I make all organic, vegan, gluten-free,
wow,
100% fucking organic cannabis, grown cannabis, vegan grown cannabis and stuff. It's fucking everything. Minimally processed ingredients and shit. Fucking sprouted grain flour and stuff like that, okay? All the fucking healthiest fucking, and yeah, they're cookies, they're fucking delicious and shit. Yeah, there's some sugar in there, but it's coconut sugar and stuff. There is actually some organic cane sugar and stuff, but everything, it's good for you. These cookies actually, if you broke it down, they got good shit in them.
Good shit in them.
Now I'm making brownie cookie bars and shit.
Brownie cookie bars.
They were really good.
Popcorn.
I'm gonna do candy and stuff with fucking
popcorn.
Candies.
Just watch the popcorn. It's not movie popcorn. It's screw popcorn. You don't want to sit there and eat that shit by yourself. Shit. You have to know your limits. You gotta know what you're doing. That's all. Enjoy it. It's medicine. Again, tonight we're paying homage to something that's medicine. Whatever. All these years they classify it, whatever they can tell you, whatever they want to tell you about it. They know the truth. They know the power of it. Not just smoking it again. There's other things you can do with it. Great things you can do with it to help and heal yourself. Seizures, PTSD, whatever, man. Different things. Come on. With the program. If you're watching right now and you're against this, why are you against this? Have you done some research? Do you really know what the movement about? It's not cool. You don't see ads of motherfuckers. Like, remember they had the ads with the fucking guy with the cigarette and shit? He was supposed to be cool, the cowboy and shit, smoking the cigarettes and shit. You don't see those ads. Like, Snoop Dogg ain't like...
Yeah, man. It's getting to that point, though.
I know. Good. Well, depending on...
It's good. It's good because I'd rather see people promoting fucking smoking weed and stuff than promoting alcohol and cigarettes or whatever and other bad stuff like that.
I'd rather see Ricky Williams
stuff,
free of the NFL, free to grow and smoke his marijuana and do what he's doing with it and stuff. He's a fucking great fucking football player, great running back, because he wanted to smoke weed. But they want to take everything else. Don't worry about it. We'll just prescribe something for you, fuckers.
Well, crucified. No, there's you can get paid for your work and stuff, but there's getting paid for your work that you do and stuff, and then there's fucking getting paid, and money and stuff. This is the only reason why it's going legal and why every state is jumping on board and everything is because of the money. It's not about fucking helping people and everything like that and stuff. Yeah, that's some of the benefits, but the number one reason why it is going the way it is because of money. It's a money driven thing, and the people behind, I'm not saying all the people, you know what I mean, the majority of everybody involved in everything, even down to the small, it's about the money. They don't really care about the people and stuff, because if they did, they wouldn't be making the candies and the cookies and everything and stuff, or the BHO and stuff, spraying weed with fucking butane and thinking it's fucking medicine is just fucking, I don't know what the fuck that is, because no matter how much you purge it, you can never get all the fucking butane out of the fucking out of there. You can't do it. Yeah, the rosin tech and stuff's cool. There's other ways to do it and stuff. There's ways to make RSO without using the fucking the chemicals and shit like that, so that's good. And there's people that do that, but for the most part, people are doing it the quick and the fast way so they can just fucking make a buck. And they're talking and they're selling a quick game and stuff. Oh yeah, I'm healing and stuff. My medicine, my gummies do this and my gummies do that and stuff. Well, what are your gummies fucking made of?
Yeah, what's in your shit?
What the fuck is in your gummies besides all that THC that's fucking doing it? What's inside your cookies? What's inside your teas? What's inside your drinks and stuff like that? You know what I mean? How did you grow your weed? What did you use for fucking, for pest? This is all I'm using. You see me get bugs? There are no bugs in that room because I keep them out. I'll fucking kill them out here before they even get in there. I don't have to use anything. And if I do, I have fucking natural fucking oils and shit that I can use that ain't fucking harmful. What did you fucking grow your weed with and stuff? And these people, you know what I mean? I grow mine in dirt. I add water pretty much. That's it.
Water, B.
I know up in Mendocino, you guys, you know what I mean? But even up there, people are fucking spraying shit, or fucking, you gotta use pesticides and everything like that for bugs and doing stuff. But there's other ways to do it and stuff. Watch Mendo Dope's videos, the music we play, and watch their stuff and how they do it and stuff. Use natural predator bugs and stuff that don't hurt the stuff, but they take care of the bugs.
Exactly. See? That's what I'm saying. There's a responsibility too to all this.
You know, so you gotta actually know the grow, know where it's coming from. Just be like, yeah, I got my card, I can go to the dispensary and I'm getting all this medical stuff and it's gonna help me out and shit. But why, how come you still on all these pain pills? How come you still on all these prescription drugs and shit? Well, I need that stuff. The doctor said it, but I feel good when I smoke my marijuana.
Just saying.
Well, you'd feel a hell of a lot better if you got rid of all those other fucking chemicals and shit and smoked your marijuana. Fucking hell of a lot better. You think you feel good smoking weed when you got all that shit in your body? Get all that shit out of your body and smoke some fucking weed and see how you good you fucking feel.
If you go to Jamaica, most of those Jamaicans and stuff that are smoking weed and stuff are vegetarians. They don't eat a lot of that meat. They don't fuck around with a lot of stuff. They ain't putting
fucking chemicals. They're growing that shit naturally and shit on that good fucking natural organic fucking soil down there and everything. So, you know, that's why the stuff and people tote the Jamaican weed to be so much, because they're growing it that way and everything. Yeah, you can, there's ways that you can push weed fucking amazing, fucking make it look amazing and grow these big, huge fucking buds and stuff and everything like that. But how much fucking chemicals and how much shit did you pump into that? How much unnatural shit did you do to that? I try and keep it as natural as I fucking possibly can. I even crack seeds open and stuff when it's fucking with the moon cycles and everything like that. I don't just do a 12-12 schedule and shit like that. I slowly bring them into a 12-12 schedule and shit like that, like the sun would be, like going from the summer into the fucking winter and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm controlling some of the stuff like that, but I try and keep it as organic and as to nature as possibly, so you can, because it's medicine and it's for the people and stuff, and I don't want to fuck around and fucking be like, yeah, take my stuff, and I just fucking sprayed Raid all over because I had some bugs and stuff like that. It's good. Why is my stuff, why is this weed sparkling? It's fucking magical. It's gonna heal you right up, dude. You know? So, and that's what you get, literally, because even at a dispensary, you don't know what you're getting, because there's no laws in most of these fucking states and stuff saying it has to be organic, it has to do now they're starting to do that. It has to fucking meet qualifications with pesticides and stuff. But again, there's still, with that, they have a minimum amount allowed. You know what my minimum amount allowed in all this stuff is? Zero. Zero.
Point
Nada. None of that's allowed in my stuff. Even my water is super fucking filtered. I have a whole home filter for my water coming into my house and everything like that filters out everything that comes into my house. And then the filter that I get my water for my plants and everything, my sink that I get the water from, has another filtration system on it. So there ain't nothing going in there, because people are like, oh, the water, blah, blah, blah. Nope, there ain't nothing in that water. That water's fucking clean. There's like 0 parts per a million in the fucking water.
0.0. Say it again. Say it with your chest. So there you go. Time's running out for Blog Talk, but it will count down. Let us know when we get down to there.
Pretty soon, Blog Talk, but we can keep going on YouTube.
That's right.
Oh shoot, did I put the other battery on the charger? Yeah, it's charging.
Yeah.
I see it. Okay.
Keep it going.
Guess
What's
we'll
up,
have to switch it
Periscope?
up. Oh, we on Periscope too.
Yeah,
What
we're
up,
live on Periscope too.
Maybe we'll go YouTube, Instagram live after.
Jumping around different places, saying hi.
What
to folks.
reds you using? What reds? What do you mean? What reds am I using? I don't get that. What you saying? What reds? I'm not sure. Yeah, not many people really are growing true organic and stuff, and actually using organic stuff and using stuff that comes from the earth, like the Mother Nature intended it. They're you know what I mean? They're adding chemicals and stuff in some way or another. Everything that I grow it's all certified organic, OMRI listed. There's no chemicals. There's nothing, anything bad in it at all. I can even go right to the source where I get it and stuff, right up in Maine, and I can go and check their facilities and stuff. But I kind of take their word. I got some people that have seen it and everything, so you know, I don't have to personally go up there. But if I did, I would have to go. I could go up there, but I don't know if you're asking what soil and stuff. I use Coast of Maine soil. I don't know what reds it. I don't know what that is, but.
Call her on Blog Talk.
We got a caller.
Yeah,
Wants
it's
to
a Blog
call in
Talk
for
yeah.
chat
See
for a
what
few
they're
minutes
talking about
before it cuts out. Bring them live. I have to put on my headphones.
Hello, caller. You're alive. Hello.
Hi, are we on the air right now?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, we're live.
Hey, it's good to hear you guys talking about some cool stuff, you know? Happy 420. We're coming here from New York. It's cool to hear it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
On. Happy 420 to you too.
You smoking, brother?
Hell yeah, guys.
What you
Yeah,
smoking?
smoking good. Looking to find some more, organic-based stuff. It's good to hear, you guys are like talking about just keeping it real, keeping it true to nature.
Well, yeah, that's the whole
Yeah.
thing. There's a big movement. It's great. There's the weed and the legalization stuff and
is,
stuff,
but-
but just smoking it and just smoking any old thing and just grabbing
That's one of the
anywhere.
reasons why California didn't want to go recreational when they first was, because the real growers they don't want to see it taken over by big industry and stuff like that. The real growers up in the hills of Mendocino County and stuff and all that, and the other areas there in the Emerald Triangle and stuff. That's one of the reasons that they were against it, and they were one of the people. A lot of people don't want to see that happen, but it's gonna happen no matter what. But as long as we have the laws where
industry ushers in.
yeah, as long as that's what's cool about, like here in Massachusetts, anybody can grow. You don't have to go and fucking get it from a store. You can grow it. So if you want to grow it, you can grow it. And that's great where they have it in a lot of these laws where you are able to grow it at home for yourself. So then you are in control of everything that you're doing. So that part of it's good and
Yeah,
stuff, but on the
100%.
main level of it and stuff, it's all about the money. It's all about money and stuff. They don't care whether it's although some of the things that with Colorado and stuff and in some of the states they're starting to get on and with the pesticides and the contaminants and stuff, and they're testing for other things besides how much THC or CBD is and everything now.
Totally. Is there any way that at home you could test for just pesticides in any way?
Well, no, you have to send your stuff to a lab and like, yeah, if you get and like the stuff, because if you're obviously not growing it, you're getting it from somebody, or a dispensary and stuff. Yeah, you have to send it to a lab, and you have to specifically ask the lab to test it for pesticides and stuff, because most labs, when you send them a weed sample, they're just going to test it for the weed stuff like THC, CBD, you know, maybe terps. If you ask, a lot of times you're even going to ask specifically to get terps tested, you know, and that costs, it's here in Massachusetts, it's like, I think it's $70 a sample you send, you know, and it takes a couple days, sometimes a week for them to test the sample. So if you want to smoke some weed that you just bought, but you want to make sure that if it's got pesticides and stuff, that's, you know.
Yeah.
I think I do smoke weed that isn't, that I don't know where it comes from. I don't know what it is and stuff, but whatever. It's, I mean, the amounts compared to the amount that I do smoke, that I know where it comes from or whatever and stuff like that. Because I'm not gonna be like, yo, I can't smoke your weed and everything, and, you know, I'm sorry, because I don't know where your shit comes from and everything, and who you got it from and how it was grown and stuff like that. But, you know, but I a little risk and stuff. But I mean, my overall shit and everything that I put in my body, I don't got to worry about a little bit of stuff that I smoke from everybody else and stuff like that, you know, because my body, I mean, I'm constantly detoxing and shit like that. Like, when the average person, I would say, would have to worry more about where their weed's coming from on a daily basis and stuff, and how it's grown and everything like that, you know, where I don't have to worry about it as much, because I know 90% of everything that I'm smoking or taking or whatever usually is from my garden and stuff like that. You know, if I'm using something else, it's okay, but I'm putting that little bit of shit in my body, because overall I'm good everywhere, you know what I mean?
Gotcha, man. Well, thank you for taking my call, and you know, keep it up, keep it going, man. Good shit to hear.
Thanks for calling in. Thanks for listening. And everybody else on Blog Talk,
man.
thanks for listening.
Peace and love, brother. Peace and love to you. Keep smoking.
Yeah, keep smoking. Keep on listening.
Yeah, same to you guys.
All
Yeah,
right.
stay safe, man. Peace and love, and soak it up.
Happy 420, man. Enjoy the day.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Oh, quick fast. He was talking about lights, the LEDs. I just use HPS and MH lights. I don't have LED lights and stuff. People are like, oh, you save money and stuff. You know, you don't. If you have a 1,000-watt LED light, it's the same as 1,000 watt. You're using 1,000 watts. It doesn't matter what 1,000 watts, how that 1,000 watts is coming out. They're like, yeah, it's a 1,000-watt LED, but I'm not using 1,000. No, unless it's one that says that it's putting out the equivalent of a 1,000-watt LED and stuff. But you know, you have to look into what your LED is actually using and drawing and stuff, and what it actually puts out and everything like that. So I don't, you know what I mean? And the electric bill, I'm not all worried about my electric bills and stuff like that, because the return and everything is fucking, it's way greater. And I don't, you know what I mean? There isn't, I can't say, there isn't LED lights in the sky. The same thing with HPS and stuff like that. You can fucking grow weed with a fucking regular light bulb and everything like that. So again, like, I could invest a whole bunch of money and try and get it more of the spectrums of the sun rays and everything like that. I don't need this on anymore. 90 seconds anyway for Blog Talk. Thank you, everybody on Blog Talk, for listening and joining in.
If you want to continue listening.
So yeah, my lights, I never went over. Maybe some point I'll switch over to LEDs or something like that. But I got a couple of 600 watts and 1,000 watts. Watts of watts, no matter what. So I don't know why everyone's like, oh, it's saving energy. And no, if you got a 400-watt LED light, it's 400 watts that you're using.
That's a lot of watts.
It's just a different spectrum. It's just they can tune the spectrums and stuff a little bit better with LEDs and stuff. But even with the HPS and the MH bulbs, the way that you can tint the glasses and the glass and everything and get it all right, it's pretty good too. So I don't really go into all basic and get into that. Like I have the way I have it all set up. It's really a quite simple operation and stuff. I do spend a good amount of time in there and stuff like that. But it's really quite simple. And speaking of
which,
so
we got like 20 seconds.
I'm gonna have to go over there in a second.
Gonna cut off. So anybody on Blog Talk want to continue watching, listen, head over to YouTube. If not, peace and love to you. This Blog Talk stream's gonna end, but we're still live on YouTube.
Seconds.
Speaking of gardens and stuff, I might have to go take a garden.
We got anything rolled over there?
There should be one rolled over there right there. I'll be back.
Can you
Junior, if you want to light it up.
pass that, please? No.
You heard what he said.
No, you don't get to light that, man. You don't get to pull. You don't even have anything to light it with. So you want to hand that over here, please?
I found a lighter, bro. Got it.
we're gonna end the blog talk series.
Thank you for using Blog
Don't
Talk
fuck around with
Radio.
YouTube.
Goodbye.
All our friends on YouTube. Anybody who's what's up, Periscope. Folks watching on Periscope, we're also live and everything on YouTube. Is a great shout out to YouTube. Tonight we're not talking about our normal ghosts and everything. We're talking about the paranormal aspects of marijuana. Since the holiday 420 is tomorrow, but we're doing our live radio show tonight, so that's what we're focused on, folks. And there's definitely some paranormal shit with some weed. We can get very paranormal. Lead to paranormal sexual encounters and all kinds of shit. Just saying.
He's just not from around here.
What? You're not from around here? What? I don't know what you're talking about. What's that?
The Leaf.
What? Who's not from around here?
The Leaf. L-E-A-F.
What leaf? This leaf?
Mm-hmm.
Where's it from?
Not here.
Another planet?
I think the seeds are from out of here.
The seed on the weed or the leaf? Because you said the leaf. Which leaf? The leaf it's rolled in or the leaf itself? You're
No,
being
the
confusing.
leaf itself.
Oh. You mean it's like from space? Yeah, we know marijuana's in space.
Really?
Yeah. We know that. Mushrooms are from space. Everything good's from space. When it comes here and we find
Spores.
it. Exactly.
Galore.
Exactly.
Spores.
There's probably some super space weed out there though. Like you go to Mars and shit, you can grow some weed on Mars and shit. They probably make some crazy shit. I wonder if they're gonna do that. Like the first person to get to Mars is gonna be like, let me grow some weed on this motherfucker. When you smoke that, you get really fucking high. That's what I loved about that movie, John Carter and shit. You ever see John Carter? You John Carter?
Yeah, with Denzel, right?
No. Really? Not John Q. John Carter.
Oh yeah.
It's
yeah.
Taylor Klitsch.
Yeah. I've
On
seen
Mars,
it.
the movie
I've
about
seen it.
Mars. You seen it?
Yes.
Okay, you could jump higher, you were stronger and shit on Mars.
Right.
So imagine smoking weed on Mars and shit. Just saying.
How you feel about? Was it? You think it was a good movie?
Yeah, I like the movie.
Okay.
Well, because it's based on some real shit though. You gotta go back and read the books that it's based on. John Carter of Mars, John Carter of Earth. There's a couple of books in here. But that's the movie.
Yeah, it's lights are. It's another racket and stuff. Oh, grow to this, grow to. You can grow. I have videos. If you go back through the YouTube channel, I think I still have it up, and it's not private. How to make a fucking light with fucking compact fluorescent light bulbs. These little twisty, you know, little spiral twisty compact fluorescent light bulbs and shit. How to make it. And I grew some fucking amazing fucking weed, just as good as what I can grow with my HPS and shit. That was just all, you know, just when I was starting out, little simple shit, whatever. But it's not even about gram to watt and everything like that, because I can grow, again, with a compact fluorescent, I can grow. It's only about gram to watt ratios and stuff. The electricity and stuff that it costs far outweighs the fucking amount of money that you have to put into fucking medical bills and everything else and stuff like that, or going to buy it. My electricity bill isn't fucking, I you know what I mean? I got like 18 plants. I got, at maximum I can have 2200 watt. At maximum I have 2200 watts going and stuff. So, you know, I don't care about, as long as I have enough that's going to take care of my needs, and I have more than enough that's going to take care of my needs with what I'm doing and everything like that. If you're worried about how much you're going to get, you know, I'm spending this much on electricity and stuff, you're worried about your bottom end dollar and stuff like that, and it sounds like a business and everything, you know. Lumens are lumens, exactly. Crucify Robin, lumens are lumens and stuff, and it's not even just about the lumens and stuff. It's more about the spectrum and stuff. So you could grow fucking with these little LED lights, or you can have a big LED light, or you can have regular lights and stuff, and you can grow it and everything. And as long as, like I said,
ghost lights,
if you could, I mean, it's not going to be as good. You do have to have a good light that's putting off a good amount of light and everything to grow it and stuff. But my electricity bill, if I wasn't growing the weed, compared to what I would be spending on weed all the fucking time, it's far out. What I don't care what my fucking gram to watt is and everything. Talking about
what?
light.
You're what? Get it?
Well, but the gram to watt is it's not about the light and stuff. It doesn't matter how much. I mean, again, because I can do the same thing with. It doesn't matter which light I'm using and stuff. I can grow my plants. Again, I can grow just as good as with my lights I have now as with what I had when I had compact fluorescent light bulbs and stuff like that. So my gram to my watt and stuff, it doesn't matter how much I'm getting and stuff with how much my wattage is, because it's you know what I mean. I'm not worried about it because it far outweighs the amount of money that I'm spending into the wattage and stuff like that. I mean, if I was getting like a quarter ounce off a plant and I got 2200 watts going and stuff, I'd be like, yeah, there's something wrong here and stuff. You know what I mean? I gotta switch something up. But I'm not at that where I'm worrying about, oh, do I have enough light? Is this too much light? What's going on here? And the point and stuff. So I don't really. I just know I need to have a certain amount of light to grow my plants and everything. I make it as bright as a fucking, like, I go look at the sun, I look at my light, I'm like, that's enough light, basically. But there's a lot of people like, oh, my lights, with this light, I'm getting more grams per watt and everything like that and stuff. And I'm like, well, what else are you doing per watt and stuff with those things and everything? What else did you change? And all this other stuff, because I'm just doing the same old things that I've always done. And no matter how many, whether I have 2200 watts of compact fluorescence, which I've had at one point, I fucking had a whole fucking room of compact fluorescent light bulbs and shit like that, or I have a room with a couple 1,000-watt light bulbs, I'm getting like the same amount. I mean, it's strain variant and stuff like that. I've switched up soil recipes and things like that, and soils and. You should get a pound of light, but I mean, it depends on how many plants do you have under that light and stuff and everything like that. What strain are you growing and stuff? You're not just going to get a pound per light and everything. I'm not saying I don't, but I'm just saying.
He's just saying.
But yeah, you should. You should, it is about. It depends on, again, you're going to have a 1,000-watt fucking light, and it depends on how many plants, how big your plant is and stuff and everything underneath it, and how many grams. It's not just your light. Your grams that you're getting isn't just because of your light. So you know what I mean? There's other factors and stuff that are coming into how many grams are going to come off of your plant and stuff besides the light. So that's why people who are like, oh, it's not just the light.
Went to the light, Carol Ann. It's not just the lights. There's more to it. It's a craft. There's a skill. You must hone your skills.
At veg, I run T5s and I run my veggies. My 24 hours a day. My veg lights are on 24 hours a day. I don't shut them off at all. So yeah, they veg like a motherfucker. But again, I'm not worried about the electricity, because if I wasn't growing weed, I'd be fucking spending a shit ton of money on way more than what I spend on electricity and soil and my water bill and stuff. So I'm not worried about it and everything. And I know that again, if I wasn't getting what I was getting with the plants that I'm getting and stuff, I'd be like looking into reasons why I'm not getting as much as I should be getting and stuff. Okay, do I have enough light? It's my soil? Is it the water? Is it my pH? There's other things and stuff, but it's not just about lighting and stuff. I mean, what type of plants do you have under that 1,000-watt light and stuff? What soil is it and stuff? You're not guaranteed to get a pound just because you have a certain 1,000-watt light and everything. Yeah, you should, if you know what you're doing and everything like that. You should roughly be getting about a pound, you know what I mean? You should be getting, you can get close to a gram per watt, usually. So, again, you could do that no matter what 1,000-watt light you have. Whether it's an LED, or it's an HPS, MH, or if it's, like a dual HPS, MH bulb, or if it's compact fluorescence, or fucking Christmas lights. I mean, Christmas lights, you're stretching it there. You really are stretching. You got to have something that's putting off a good amount of light to be doing it. You know what I mean? These LED lights are, I mean, they'll help it start off when it's a little seedling and stuff, but it's got to be, I mean, you want to have something that when you look at it, it's like, oh, fuck. Like you're looking at the sun. Oh, okay, that's bright enough for my plants to grow. If you can't stare at the light bulb for fucking, you know, more than 5 seconds.
I don't want to stare at the light bulb.
You know, so then, yeah, if you can't look at the light, then that's good enough to grow the fucking weed. So, that's why complex fluorescence, you need a whole bunch of them compact together. And I showed how you can string them all together and stuff. There's ways to string them, and so you can make a fucking whole hood. You know, I made there's an 800 watt hood of compact fluorescent lights, so the equivalent to 800 watts. And I got the same amount off that as I do, you know, I mean, 800 watts, 1,000 watts. But again, I have multiple lights and stuff, so you're not just getting, I mean, if you're growing with just one light, then you can go down to that and say, okay, my one light and stuff, but I have multiple lights in my room, so my plants are getting light from this 600 watt plus 1,000 watt light and stuff, you know, depending on where their plants are in the room, situated in the room and everything like that. So yeah, I mean, lighting does come into effect. The plants need light and everything like that, and on the right spectrums and at the right times, but there's other factors that go into it, and people only focus on one thing or the other.
You got another blunt roll?
Oh yeah, there's another blunt roll. So
do a last blunt here soon. Start smoking that last blunt. Almost into 420.
Almost.
Tomorrow we'll come back and celebrate. What's up, Periscope? We're also live on YouTube, Periscope. That's where everybody's chatting and stuff. So what you hear, we're also talking to some of the people in the chat in the background because we do a show live on Blog Talk too. Peace and love to you guys. And of course, we're celebrating 420. We're smoking out.
I mean, shit, I can get more than a pound off of a fucking 1,000 watt because my plants, I can, the way you grow my plants, I get close to a pound. I can get close to a pound off of one plant, and I can fit 4 plants of my plants under a 1,000 watt light. Again, it's way more than the light involved.
Yeah.
But then I know people that are only getting like a pound off of 4 plants under a 1,000 watt light. Then I know people to get a pound, they have to grow one plant. It's just one really big fucking massive plant under a 1,000 watt light and shit like that. So it all depends on. Again, there's also, yeah, how much room you have, you know what I mean? The lighting is only one of the many factors to grow good cannabis. The best way to do it is outside. If you can grow outside and fucking Mother Nature and shit like that in the ground, and you do everything in the right with the ground and stuff, no till and learn how to do all that shit, then that's the best way to do it. But, you know, obviously living in, you know, city and everything and...
Water. You grab me a water? Oh, really? Thanks, young man.
You're young too, man. You're as young as you feel, bro.
I have to get up.
Well, you're up. Could you get me water too, please?
You want a water too?
Well, I like this blunt. But, yeah, you know, being in where you can't grow outside. Technically in Massachusetts, I can grow outside, but it's a much bigger hassle for me to grow outside. You know, everything has to be on the lock and key. If you grow outside, it doesn't just, not just a fence around it, it has to have a fence above it. So it has to be in like a fucking bird cage fucking type thing and everything. And I'm not, you know what I mean? It's got to be all, and neighbors can't see it from certain windows and everything. And thank you.
Thank you.
So, you know, I don't want to go through. I mean, my neighbors pretty much are all cool and everything like that. But still, you got to be careful and everything like that. So my stuff is in a lock, through a locked door, through another locked door, and another locked door, you know, and all in the locked and keeping, you know, pretty much within the law. Super crop, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't put a name on my technique and stuff or whatever. I wouldn't say it's super cropping and stuff. Yeah, I top my plants, I clone, and I top it and stuff, and I get them to branch off and shit. But I don't really fucking beat the shit out of them and stuff like that. Every time, like, you just see me, and I gotta go and I gotta water some plants after this blunt. But every time I go in there, the ones that are growing taller than the other ones and shit, I can make the bottom branches grow just as fucking high as the top, and I get them to flat. It's just a big, huge, flat top bush that grows all big tops. All I do is the ones that start to grow a little bit taller, I just gently fold them back enough so they go down underneath the other ones, and they got to fight and struggle all day to get back up while the other ones are just growing up normal. So it slows them down, their growth down, while the other ones are growing up until everything catches up and stuff. And if one starts to go a little higher, I'll bend that one down and stuff, and I just keep it and I get it. So it makes all the ones, at first, the ones that are really high, I just keep bending them over every day. So eventually all the ones, they all come up from underneath. I top it, yeah, but I only top it just to get side branching. I get it going and stuff, but I get all the side branches to grow up too. I top it, and then again, it's not really cropping. They pinch it and they really bend the fucking shit out of it and stuff, but I don't really do any of that. He must be. I don't know where Ben is. Ben, where are you, Ben? Because it's not 420 here.
We still got,
but it's always 420 here.
Yeah.
I'll do a video sometime so you can see like what I'm talking about and everything. I was just thinking about going Instagram live and going in the garden or whatever, but maybe I'll do, maybe I will, and we're done the show here or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I top it. But I also don't top it until it's a certain height, and then all the little side branches that would normally a lot of people cut off, sometimes I will, but I get everything to go up so it's all one big bush, one level, even top when I put it in the flower. And even when it starts to go into flower, because you know how shit starts to shoot up and stuff, I try and keep it so that it's all even and everything comes up evenly. That's it. Just go in there like 3-4 times a day and bend a couple things down here, bend a couple down there. And I love you, I love you, I love you.
Awesome.
And they love me back. Bend over. Oh yeah, he's in the UK, so yep, almost 420 there. Yeah. All right, bend over. Sweet.
Spark up. Sending some weed all the way across the pond to you.
That means it's already been 420 the day, 420 over there for you, because it's almost 420 in the morning, fam, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, because they're 6 hours ahead of us.
Okay. Well, maybe.
Oh crap!
That's why. What's her name when she does it?
So I don't have any sense of time either.
What does that mean?
Because I didn't know that.
What?
I didn't know they were 6 ahead.
Yeah, that's 6 hours. That's why. What's her name over there? She's up wicked
Lisa
late
Winston.
and stuff.
Oh,
yeah, when Lisa's watching. So that means it's already 420 the day there. See, we got another hour. We got another 4 minutes before it's 420 the day, and then before first 420 in the morning, we got a long ways to go. I might come on at 420 in the morning, do a quick Instagram or fucking YouTube or something. I got my.
Yeah,
I'll be up at 420 in the morning.
I might smoke at 420 in the afternoon. Before 20 in the morning, I'll be smoking in the astral realm. I'll see if I can take a trip and go smoke with Bob Marley or something. 4:20 a.m. You know, it ain't that important.
It goes to you, I don't know, whoever. So yeah, there's a lot more than just, oh, let me smoke some weed.
Yeah.
Just like in food you eat, you should know who's growing your food. Go talk to the fucking local farmers and shit like that and whatever. When you're buying local and stuff. When I start now, farmers markets will start opening up. I'll be buying a lot of stuff at farmers markets, and I talk to the farmers that are there and everything and know what's going on.
Just be smart.
Yep, I know it's 4:20 a.m. I know what it is. I know what time it is across the pond.
I got it now.
Cheers to you, bend over. And are you in London? Yeah, obviously, because that's the UK. I was gonna say what part of the UK, but yeah, you're gonna say London anyway, right?
If you say so. Shit, I barely know enough about New England, let alone England.
I'm gonna get so lost over
Yeah,
here.
I know all about all around the world. Gotta know everywhere.
You get lost on your own. See, again, if I end up there when that event goes on, I ain't getting lost. Don't they got Uber in London? I'm good.
I'm trying to remember, where is it?
For sure.
4:20 p.m. right now. And like India or some shit.
Spark up, my brothers.
Yeah, it's up like India and stuff right now. It's like 4:20 p.m. Whatever, 6 hours ahead of fucking the UK. I'm trying to remember exactly which stuff, but it's over the India area and stuff right now, I believe.
You say so.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know what time it is here. I can keep up to date with that. It's right there in front of my face. Just saying. Whew. Been to Portsmouth, like New Hampshire? Or is that Portsmouth, England? I don't know what Portsmouth is referring to. Because there's a Portsmouth, New Hampshire, right? Is there a Portsmouth, England? I don't know which one he's referring to because we're talking about England.
I don't know which one he's... Crucify, which one are you talking about? Portsmouth, England, or Portsmouth, New Hampshire? Is there Portsmouth, Matt?
I don't think so, because I can't imagine Portsmouth, New Hampshire being too badass. I'd have to understand what your definition of badassery is. Like, you know, you'd have to define badassery.
It's a different place. I don't know about badass stuff is going on.
Ooh, there was some serious fishing going on there. I mean, it is to live free or die state, but I don't know. I just never had I had a badass time in Maine. I had a badass time in Vermont, but it wasn't, I don't know, but.
You can make any place badass.
Yeah,
yeah, Portsmouth,
okay,
England.
Cool. Yeah, see, that's the problem. New England, we got so many fucking places named after
old England. After old England.
Old England. That shit is confusing. What's up, Jazz?
What's up, Jazz?
The folks in the UK.
Yeah, 4:20 from the UK too. Jeez. Yeah, there you go.
Spark up, enjoy. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's late for you all, but a good time to be up.
We just here. It's 4:20 Eve here for us.
Yeah.
You guys are already. We're talking to people in the future right now.
I know, right?
Whoa!
This was freaking me out.
Holy shit!
What's going on in the future?
What's happening in the future? Do you guys have flying cars?
You guys teleport? Well, clearly you have time travel because you're in the future.
Smoking straw dog's nice. I like that. Never had the chocolate mint OG yet though. Straw dog's nice.
I don't know if I've had either one of those.
What was this? I just had a straw dog cross I was growing, but
I saw a movie called Straw Dogs.
I don't know which.
Oh, is this? No, calm down, Junior. You got kicked off the rotation? You speak up then, so get off your phone, man. You gotta pay attention. The Brits talked about death charges, and we talked about how to shoot tequila. No more tequila for me.
Platinum Kush right now. Jazz, we're smoking blunt of Platinum Kush.
He said it's A24 there, and then we're in the future. Yeah. So see, we got some stuff you don't got too.
Hold on, wait a second. We're talking to people in the future and in the past right now.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
So you're talking to people in the future and in the
just
future.
All of your minds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's always right now.
Yep. Isn't that something?
Right
now.
It's meow. It's right meow.
Blackberry
meow.
Kush is good.
Meow.
Right now.
Yeah,
meow.
it's meow.
Yeah.
Right now.
You know that, right? It's meow. Junior? You know what time it is?
That's what I hear, man.
It's meow. Wow. People talking in different times.
In the garden, I have Pennywise, Third Dimension, Quirkle. I think that's it right now. Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
Wow, what's up?
Mexico.
Deep in Mexico. Million crowns. Peace and love to you. Hola.
What's going on?
¿Cómo está usted, amigo? That's dope. We got people all over the world right now. That's
We
awesome.
might have to fucking
Sweet.
smoke another blunt with everybody.
Hold on. Open the bag up. We'll do a last blunt, please.
We'll do a last blunt. Last blunt.
Yo, all you folks who are watching for the first time too, tonight is all about weed. But just so you know, if you're into anything else like aliens, ghosts, conspiracy, facts.
Well, no, every night's all about weed, but we
Yeah.
also usually on other nights we talk about fucking ghosts and aliens and fucking Bigfoot.
And we do it when we smoke weed. So subscribe to the channel too. Make sure you subscribe because we do this every Thursday night. There's a background to all this too, but there's also we pop on YouTube and do live shows and stuff every now and then. So
all the time. So make sure you subscribe and have that notifications on. Jungle
maybe
Boys. I
sometime
don't
you
know
can
about
tell us
Jungle Boys.
if you've seen any fucking ghosts or aliens or Bigfoot out where you're at, across the pond or down in Mexico, or wherever you're watching from. So please write out, keep in touch, and keep watching.
Yeah, but if you want me to do one more, might as well. Fuck it.
Junior, you got some smoke?
Yeah, I'm passing it over right now.
Well, you got as useful 3 tires on the car.
Jungle Boys. What's Jungle Boys? Is it music or? I'm
No, that was I know the Jungle Brothers. There was
yeah, no, but that's right.
Weed.
Jungle Boys. What is it? Weed? What? I don't. Just trying to figure out what it is.
Yeah, you gotta tell us what Jungle Boys is, Jazz.
I know some boys, and they're from the jungle.
Yeah, I'm from the jungle. Is that like a rainforest Bigfoot? It could be. Oh, did you hear that? Oh, okay, see, I was trying to look out for you.
He's that's the
So,
weed.
what's happening?
He's passing. He's passing that over to us.
I'm over here trying to juggle. Forget jungle. Come on. Oh, maybe I hate that fucking delay. Sitting here trying to get the answer and shit. Because now I want to know.
I think time is collapsing upon itself.
Wait, and I also want to know if our friends across the
I know
pond
we
are
entered
watching.
in some kind of vortex and stuff. We're talking the future and the past at the same time.
Is weed legal in like England too? Can you fuck around with weed like we can? Like here in Mass right now in Cali and some other states.
I think they're working on like medicinal or something in the UK. I don't know what exactly what it is over there. I stopped following on what it is everywhere. I want to say that legal here. I keep in touch with some of it.
Oh, the Jungle Boys are medical marijuana growers based out of Los Angeles, California.
Okay, well, he's just saying Jungle Boys, but yeah, I've heard of them and stuff. But there's so many. Okay, there's so many fucking growers and everything like that, and to remember them all and remember everything and stuff like that.
I can't remember the fucking.
That's what I mean. It's literally with the weed right now the way it is. It's the Wild Wild West. There's so many. Oh, did you hear about this guy with this strain and this thing and everything right now? Like like I got out of that. I was like, I'm not even gonna pay attention to any of that. Whatever. I'm gonna find what I like to like. Whoever made it. And you know, there's so many amazing weed growers out there and people doing this stuff, but it's crazy. That's just go on to Attitude Seed or any of the seed things and just look at how many breeders and stuff there are.
Oh, it's completely illegal there?
Yeah, it's completely illegal there. But aren't you guys working on having it so like medicinal and working on it's closer than it has been over there? So where's that going over there?
I hope it happens if I end up over there.
There's a lot of people that are recognized
some of
as
those
one of the
places?
premier growers and stuff. I mean,
Please.
maybe outside of the United States and stuff, they might be somebody that's talked about a little bit more and stuff. But here in the States and everything, there's so many people. Like every other week, there's this new people or whatever, and a new facility, a new thing, new stuff happening and stuff right now because it's legal here now. So it just changes so quickly, and it's just I follow it a little bit, but I'm not going to spend my whole, and you know what I mean, every single day and on it. I mean, for a while I was into all that. What's up, go-kart? I got you on the oils. Hazo microdoses. Anyway, yeah, I know it's close, but I think you guys will pass it, especially now because if we do it, you guys are gonna do it, or if you guys do it, we're gonna do it. So don't get your hopes up and stuff. I used to think, 10 years ago, I was like, it's never gonna happen, and now look at here we are. Almost all 50 states are gonna be legal, whether it be for recreational or medicinal use by the end of this year. So it will happen. It's happening all over the place, all over the world. People are realizing, the change and stuff like that, and you'll see once it happens over there, you won't be able to keep up with who the supposed premier growers of the world are of weed and everything like that, and everything. Like, I grow my own weed, so I don't really have to. I don't follow it and keep up with that whole entire thing. I mean, there's people, that's that whole entire thing and everything that they do. There's just so much more out there. And there's so many good growers, and each one deserves their own little spotlight. I love them all.
Yeah.
Do you grow yourself, Jazz, or you just buy whatever you can get over there in the UK? I mean, even if it's illegal, you can grow the shit. Fuck it, it's a plant. What the fuck are they gonna do? I mean, who's gonna find out, right? Just grow the shit. Even, no matter where you are, Mexico, England, India, wherever in the world, just grow that shit. Just be smart about it. Don't tell everybody so nobody knows where you're getting your shit from.
Saying, the world will be a better place. Everybody smoke.
Oh, the world would be a better place if you took a look in the mirror.
I do that every day. And there's some mushrooms. Weed and mushrooms. It's cool, all these folks in different places talking.
Yeah.
Learning about the culture. See, because when I go to England, I'd like to be able to smoke some weed. Never had England weed before. That'd be awesome. My food experience would be a little bit different. I had to figure that out too.
Yeah.
What? Where you're going? You ain't gotta worry about anything where you're going when you're gonna have to eat when you go to contact in the desert.
No, I'm talking about England.
Oh, in England? Even in England?
Yeah,
there's so much stuff. There's so many. Jazz, you know about some good vegan spots over there?
Probably.
Hey, Million, if you can, man, send us. I don't know if you have the footage posted anywhere or something, if there's links to it, or if you have it personally, you can send it to us. We'd love to definitely see it, man. That's what we tell our friends, who watch in different places and stuff, because there's a lot of UFO activity in places like Mexico. I don't know about the UK with the UFO community is doing over there, but if you see anything, we definitely love to see it. We always tell people to be smart. Looking at it is great, being able to tell the story and narrate is great, but if you can pull out your camera, if there's more than one person, so everybody gawking, pull out more than one camera. It actually gives validity to, to the fact that it's caught with multiple cameras, multiple angles, things like that. So always keep your eyes to the sky. Weed costs like $50. 50.
Yeah, see, I don't want to rain on your parade or anything, Jazz, but if these Jungle Boys are supposedly a premier medical facility growers here in California and stuff, and you're getting their stuff in England for $50 a gram, I don't know if you're getting their stuff exactly from them and stuff, because they're actually a medical facility and stuff. It's really strict and stuff. And for it to get out, I mean, somebody to go in have to buy enough and to get it over, you'd probably be paying more than 50 a gram for it, because the cost would just be astronomical for them to go and to buy. You're not allowed to buy bulk from a medical facility and everything like that, and then just do whatever you want with it and stuff like that. You're only allowed to buy so much when you go to a dispensary and stuff, and they would have to have like thousands of people. Okay, go, y'all go back, and those people have to get paid, and then it all has to be put into one package and sent over there, and then distributed to people that distribute it to you and everything like that. So I don't want to rain on your parade, but when you're getting stuff over there and stuff, and we used to get the same thing here, because people be like, yeah, I got this weed from Cali. It's grown in Cali medical. It was grown in a medical place. It's from a dispensary and stuff. Really? Right. You know what I mean? And people, yeah, first, oh yeah, cool, I'm smoking this Cali medical stuff. Now, if somebody you knew went to Cali and they got some actual and they came back with it, or so your cousin came from Cali and he was like, yeah, I got this from the dispensary stuff, yeah. But if you got it, your boy's like, yeah, I got this a whole bunch of medical Cali grown stuff from this medical place and everything. No, you didn't. You got it from some other guy maybe in California who was growing it, but you didn't get it directly from those guys connected it. Because if these got Jungle Boys and stuff and their names known and stuff, they're following and they're doing it legally and everything, they're not going to have it coming in where you guys are actually going to be. It's not happening. It's just very, very strict. Just for me to, like I said, my stuff is under lock and key. I pretty much follow the law to a T and stuff, with how many plants and everything that I have and stuff like that. And to have a facility, and whether it's in California, Massachusetts, or any state like that, and to be a big, huge and producing thing like that, everything is fucking monitored. Everything. They are on top of everything. They have special, in fucking Colorado, they have these special tags because it's seed to harvest. They can't clone and stuff. So when, as soon as they pop, the same tag goes on the fucking seedling, and it's on the fucking thing all the way through the life and stuff, and the state can track it and everything like that. So if it's these jungle, as I don't really know, I might have heard the Jungle Boys and everything, but the Jungle Boys might be some jungle growers up in the hills in Mendocino or somewhere in the Emerald Triangle or something, growing stuff, and you might be getting stuff from them. But as far as from an actual medical facility and legal people that are doing it legally and everything like that, that stuff is no. You would be paying way more than $50 a gram. The cost of it to get it to you would just go up like just so much. Because again, you can't go into a medical facility. You can't even go into a recreational facility and buy more than a certain amount. It's just not possible. And they're getting it, and from the growers they get it from are all monitored and everything like that. I mean, Cali, it's a little bit more, yeah, okay. If they own a facility, where in California it's done on consignment, a whole bunch of growers grow stuff and they bring it to a fucking quote-unquote medical dispensary place. That's where they get all their stuff from. Now, some of those people... like, they may grow for a facility, then yeah, like you said, then if you know those people and they're growing for the Jungle Boys facility or whatever that is, then you probably, that's probably, you may be getting something from those people or whatever. But from directly out of that facility and stuff, it's not coming out that way. But there are a lot of people that do, they do both black market. They go and they, okay, here's my weed for the dispensary, but then they go, here's my weed that's going where other places are across the country, across the world, or wherever it is and stuff like that. So yeah, they could be, you know, one of those and stuff, with a grower that grows like that and everything, you know what I mean? But for it to be like, you know, a lot of people are like, yeah, I got my, you know, my guy gets his weed from, I forget his name, what's his fucking name, Steve fucking... It's like the other biggest fucking medical dispensaries everywhere on all these shows and everything like that, and all the news and everything. Him. I forget his last name, but him. That guy, they're like, yeah, I get my weed from his facility and stuff. I go see a guy and he gets it directly. I'm like, no, no, you don't. It just doesn't work like that. You may get it from a guy who also sells it to that facility, but you didn't get it directly from that facility and everything from a guy who got it from that facility.
He's the dude playing the dude disguised.
And if you know the growers, then the growers are like, so you know the people in California personally that are growing it and everything like that. But if it's a legal facility and stuff, they're not gonna risk shipping it. So you must know somebody who's partaking on both sides of the thing and stuff, in partners with that facility and then other things, which that guy's got to be careful with too and stuff, because a lot of times a lot of these legal facilities end up getting in California and stuff get shut down because of those reasons and stuff like that, because the people are still, you know, that's how they get their supply. These medical dispensaries and stuff are getting their supply of weed. It's just from the growers out there growing the weed and everything in the hills and then the houses and the warehouses and everything like that and stuff, and then they just go to the dispensaries and they say, oh, I got this weed, here you go. And then the dispensary's like, sure, I'll buy it because I can fucking sell it. And they'll test it out and everything, and okay, it's good enough for us to sell, sure, here's some money. But those same people that also bring in those dispensaries weed are also, again, turning around and saying, okay, to their fucking buddy, here you go, dude, I got pounds for this much money. And then that dude's like, okay, I got pounds for this. Oh, sure, you want me to ship it over here? Go ahead and everything. It's big business. Big business. You know, and again, and when you're coming in outside and you're in a place where it's not legal and everything like that and stuff, people are, you know, unless, again, you personally know the person and you've seen them actually grow. Because I know a lot of people, yeah, I know the grower. I'm growing it. Yeah, really cool. Let me see. No, I can't let anybody see. No, you can't even. I don't want to see where it is. Just take a picture of it and flipping me off. Or with today's newspaper. I don't need to know the location of it or anything. No. But I know the grower. Don't worry. I know where I'm getting it.
Super secret.
So unless you know the grower and you know the grower, like go-kart enthusiast, he knows the grower. Then, and you've personally seen where it's actually coming from, then you don't know.
And did you see him?
And then again, I'm not saying that you don't know and you haven't seen it or whatever. I'm just saying in general for the topic of the discussion and stuff, for people out there that are listening, and that's what this whole conversation of 420 and talking about weed is about and stuff, is what people need to be aware of and stuff. People are just like, oh yeah, it's this, and this, and then everybody's like, oh cool, let's go get it. Oh, that's why it's this much a gram now instead of this much a gram? Because it's come from this and this and this? Okay, cool. But again, it's just, is it really? Or is it just like another thing that somebody's marketing to you? You know what I mean? That's why, again, I cut out the middleman a long time ago. I was like, fuck that. I've been smoking weed for fucking more than half of my life and shit. And I was like, fuck this. I am not buying. I mean, I still do a little bit once in a while, something, whatever. But I'm like, I'm not buying this shit anymore. Oh, fuck am I paying other people and listening to all this fucking shit? Because I get the same shit. Oh, it's from this and it's from that and it's from this. It is? Really? You personally know this? You personally this? Or are you just fucking telling me this so I fucking pay you this amount of money for it? Can you show me some fucking actual test results from this actual bud that's in your hand? Or is it just something, somebody grew that bud that tested that high? Because that's, again, if you can have a bud that tests fucking at 33%, but that's the grower. Somebody else can grow that same exact, even a fucking cut from that same exact plant, a clone from that same exact plant, somebody else can grow it and not get anywhere close to 33%. Just because that strain tested at 33% doesn't mean everybody who grows it and everybody who gets it is going to get 33% strain.
Yeah.
Or 25% strain or 20. That's the thing with what I noticed with here in Massachusetts, when you go to dispensaries and stuff, they advertise on their websites and stuff like that. They're not really advertising. They tell you, oh, today we have, you know, this Bubba OG and it's testing at 25%. Well, that was just one of the plants, because Massachusetts is a seed to clone fucking seed harvest thing. They can't clone and stuff. Just like in Colorado. So that one plant tested at 25%, but so you may, if you're lucky, get that batch in the morning. But if you go in the afternoon and stuff, the stuff you're getting, it's that same strain, but it's testing only at 15% and not the 25% that one plant that they put up the nice looking bud and the picture and stuff and everything. The whole thing, like I said, and what we've been talking about, it's all about really about money and everything. It comes down to money. So whether it's illegal or it's not illegal, and and however long you're doing it and stuff, it all comes down to money and where it's coming. It's all about money. Unless you're growing it yourself and doing it yourself and stuff, it's all about money. And them selling you something. You just need to be aware of who's selling you it and what they're selling you.
Yeah.
PGR, I don't know what is that. What a just going oh, never heard of that. You guys' terms and stuff over there, you gotta remember. So some things are different than what we are.
PGRs.
Oh wait.
It's only been legal here for me for recreational for a year, and for medical for like 3 years, I think. I've my whole entire life I've dealt with the illegal and everything and all that too. That's why I'm here and I'm having this conversation and letting people know about it and stuff. Again, I'm not saying that you don't know your growers and stuff, Jazz, and you may know those people and you have the solid connections and stuff like that. But more often than not, when people are saying, I'm smoking this and this and this from this place, it's not this and this and this from that place. It's just that you're told that. Oh, plant growth regulators and stuff. Again, I don't fuck with any of that stuff. Everything that I grow is all organic. I have a seed. If I start off with seeds, obviously, but once I find something, I don't do any of that stuff. Everything I put a seed in dirt and I add water basically. Okay, I'm lying. Sometimes I put some sugars in my water and stuff like that, or I might brew up a veganic tea that's all natural plant-based minerals and stuff like that, you know, seaweeds, kelps and stuff and actual stuff like that, and add that to my stuff. But I don't add any chemicals to my plants at all. I don't want to harden up my buds. What's the point of hardening up my buds? Why do I want hardening up your buds? Is going to make them denser and stuff just to pack on weight so you can make more money. I want quality over quantity. And hardens bud, but do you know how the hardened bud? Do you know what a hardened bud does? It crushes up the fucking THC is not able to fully develop and stuff like that inside. You don't want your buds to be too dense. You want your buds to be dense, but you don't want it to be too dense, because when they start to get too dense, they're growing too fast and stuff, and the crystals that hold the THC and the oils and everything aren't able to fully develop and stuff because they have stuff pushing on top of it and everything like that. That's why you just want it to grow naturally and shit.
All natural. From the earth.
All natural. Organic. So, you don't, I mean, there's all kinds of chemicals. I can fucking put all kinds of, anybody can put all kinds of chemicals on and make a fucking big, huge fucking plant, make it all kinds of fucking, you know, but do you want to have all that shit in there? Is all that shit on there, is it good? No. I just let the plant do what it needs to do. I just, a little bit of help here and there and stuff, like I was talking earlier about how I grow. You know, I might bend over a leaf and stuff. I do a little topping and everything. I clone them. I don't just grow from seed. Yeah, people use stuff, chemicals and stuff all over the place, and I just like it too. I don't, you know, same thing with my food and fucking everything. I don't fuck with chemicals anymore. Even back in the day and shit, if I grew back in the day, I might have been like, yeah, cool, give me the fucking shit that I'm gonna grow the biggest, baddest shit and everything. Give me the most. Nope. Exactly. That's why people use stuff to harden up the buds and make them bigger and more dense and stuff like that, just to get them more money. They don't care about the end product that they're putting out, what's on that stuff and what's in those chemicals and what it's actually doing to the person, and it's just completely outweighing the medical benefits of it and shit. Yeah, they're still getting high, woohoo, I'm high and shit, but you're also fucking killing yourself at the same time. You might as well smoke a pack of cigarettes that's full of chemicals and everything like that, and all the chemicals they put in to grow tobacco and stuff. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with tobacco if it's good organically grown tobacco and organically, you know, organic paper and shit like that, then go for it. But going to buy a pack of cigarettes in a store and stuff like that, it's fucking, it's poison. They literally put it on there on purpose because they can. Make them more addictive and shit. More chemicals, the more addictive your body's going to get to it because it's an outside chemical that your body's not used to. So it fucking craves it, whether it's good for you or not. Whether it makes you feel good or it doesn't. Your body ends up becoming dependent on them. I thought he was too.
No, no sleeping.
Good thing
so that's why you want to know where your bud's coming from. You want to know how it's growing. You want to know what they're putting on it and shit like that, especially if you're using it for medical reasons. And if you're claiming you're using it for medical reasons and you don't know all that stuff and you're still putting chemicals in your body and shit like that, then you ain't using weed for medical reasons. You just want to get high. Let food be thy medicine. Plants be your medicine. Heal yourselves. Get rid of the fucking chemicals. You don't need that shit.
You woke up in between your snoring?
Said it all night. Weed ain't gonna do shit if you got fucking chemicals in your body. If you got fucking chemically grown weed and you got chemically grown food and fucking chemicals you're putting all your body and doing all this shit, chemicals all around you, you ain't gonna fucking... Weed ain't gonna help shit.
Which lot are you referring to? She said, which lot know each other?
How do we all know each other? Oh, the universe works in mysterious ways.
Yeah.
We just happen upon each other.
Yeah.
Just like you happen upon us here tonight. Now we'll know each other. Maybe if you come here or we go there, we'll meet up.
Yeah.
Junie, why are you fucking the blunt up?
What the hell was that? Another computer.
Computer.
Oh, you fucking the blunt up, Jimmy.
That's you. You pass it to me like that.
Yeah, don't blame it on me. We got one over here snoring in the studio. It's cool. I wish it was closer to the mic so we could hear it live. Ooh, we're getting close to actual 420.
Yep, we might as well just try and draw this out for another 8 minutes here, and we can wish everybody a happy 420 day.
Yeah.
You know, but thank you, Jazz. I try and speak wisely. I try not to speak unless I know what I'm saying and stuff like that. Otherwise, I don't speak. I'll just sit back and I'll listen and stuff. But with my years, again, I have many years of doing this. I'm going to be 38 this year, and 30 out of that 38 years, I've smoked fucking 27 of them. So, yeah, I've been doing this for a really long time. I know a really lot about it. So I can speak, you know, from experience and everything like that, and know what I'm saying and stuff. Again, like I said, if I don't know anything, you'll see me. I'll look it up and stuff. I'll find out real quick before I'm gonna speak on it, or I'll ask a whole lot of questions and stuff. Or I'll just sit, you know, I won't ask anything. I'll just listen if somebody's got to have something to say.
Look it up. The information's right in front of us.
You can't.
In most cases.
Yeah, actually. Everything's all fucked up. Jay, if you're still watching, I don't know if you're still out there. I bet you can't keep up tonight. We'll roll up another quick one because it's almost 420 day here. Won't be a big one. We keep talking. So what's everybody doing?
Bring 420 in right.
What's everybody fucking... what else you want to hear me talk about?
Yeah, see, I just smoked weed. I don't grow yet. I don't know all the stuff he knows.
Well, I know a lot about. I'm not trying to like brag or anything like that
bragging.
even.
It's good
like,
knowledge to have. It's, I mean,
I was just gonna say because like I was also like the #1. I don't know if you guys had it over there in the UK. I know you actually did. I know people in the UK. Actually, that's how I know them, from the app. I don't know if you ever heard of the app though, Jazz, or anything. There used to be an app you could get, and it was called Join Together and stuff. And I was literally the #1 user on the app, like ranked and everything, and like on the app. I had the most follows, most everything and like that and stuff. And it was crazy time and stuff. I used to fight with, I'm not going to lie and shit and say it was all great and stuff. I used to fight with people because people were like, oh, this, and I'd be like, no, dude, what the fuck are you telling people that shit for and everything? You know what I mean? So, and I was on there, and that's why I got the reputation that I had and everything. A lot of people like me, but then there's, you know, the people, of course, they're going to fucking buck the crowd and say whatever and stuff. But I was the one that was actually there for the people and sticking up for the people that were there. The app was to try and learn and everything like that. So I wanted everybody to learn the right way and stuff and have the experiences and stuff and know the truth and stuff, and people are going on there and saying all this bullshit and stuff. So yeah, of course back then my thyroid, which is fucking, you know, is your throat chakra, is all fucked up and shit. You get fucking really mad and stuff, especially when it's hyper active like mine was and stuff. So, you know, I used to fucking I would be get really mad and stuff, but it was all in defense of fucking people and stuff on the app and stuff. So, you know, I had a little reputation for that, but I also had a reputation for somebody that you could actually get the straight info on, the real deal, what's going on and stuff, how to do stuff and everything like that. And like I learned real quick, because when I just found that app on how to grow stuff, and oh, let me talk to some people and everything. And when I go on there and I didn't even know anything, and I was just like, what the fuck are you all fucking talking about? Holy fuck. What the like, seriously. So I just started, and I was like, I just read everything I could. I found certain people that were, you know, they were giving good information and stuff, weeded out and everything, and I just grew, and I just learned. I used to take wicked up. I think we lost the camera. The battery is out on the camera, guys. Do you want to see us, or you just want to hear me talking?
You only got, well, it's like 4 minutes before that time.
We got 4 minutes before that, and this blunt won't be long,
talking.
so we'll just put up a flyer of the logo. Get the mouse on and shit in a second, so you guys can keep on listening and stuff. So I just, you know, I just worked it, and everybody just started following me, and I don't post up pictures on Instagram and stuff like I used to and stuff, with my weed pictures and everything like that and stuff. But I learned how to take really good pictures of my grows and stuff like that. I used to have videos on the YouTube channel, but now it's mostly dedicated to this, and I made all that private. So yeah, and then I just learn and learn, like with everything. I just learn and learn and learn. But I was really into fucking cannabis. I knew everything at the time, what was going on, anything that was happening at that point. That was what my whole entire life was just that. It wasn't anything else. It was just all about that. And I was just like, whatever. I was kind of glad the app the dude shut it down and stuff like that or whatever. Some of us migrated to Instagram, and it started on a whole nother fucking path and a whole nother thing. And here we are on this.
She said, what's your craziest experience on weed or memory?
Like good memory or bad memory? We already, well, you weren't here for the early in the show. I've had one, out of all my years of everything, I had one bad experience, and it was weed, and it was when I ate it. I made some popcorn, and I used cannabis oil that I make and stuff, and I wasn't thinking, and I ate a whole entire thing of popcorn, which, you know, you should only have like a handful of it with this oil on it, and is good enough. And I ate a whole entire thing, and I ended up like, it was like I was hungover and shit. Well, I was still high and stuff. It was like for a day and a half, almost 2 days, that I was fucked up off it. So that was like the worst thing. But my best, like, I mean, every day I smoke weed every day, and I have good memories every day. I mean, I can't put anyone experience that would have been memorable just because of the weed and everything like that. I mean, the experience was the experience. The weed doesn't make the experience any better or any less better or anything like that. So, I mean, I have good experience, great experiences without it. They're just far in between now.
Well, for me, Jazz, it was pretty much the reason we're even talking right now. I had my famous White Widow experience and had a conversation well, he said it was Jesus, and helped put my brain back together at night. And then I started to question everything about what had happened to me, and brain surgery and aneurysm and craniotomy and dying and coming back and all that shit. So that's my craziest weed experience. There's been some cool experiences on weed. Just watching like a crazy fight on a boat while I was really high. Watching everybody fight and just laughing and enjoying my high. Wasn't affected by it. They weren't fighting me. So, yeah. And of course, like I said, meeting this guy and connecting with Smoke King and having the highest experiences of my life. It is now officially.
Yep. I was just say,
420.
happy 420,
Happy
everybody.
420, everybody.
Light them up.
Dun, 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 dun. I wish I should have kept the thing connected. I could have made some sound effects with the board, but sorry. We'll make some smoke effects. Sorry, you guys can't see us. By the time we would get up and put the other fucking
Other battery
in
and stuff,
everything.
and did all the battery changing, and we need to get a camera that we can just have plugged in and not change batteries and stuff. This camera, unfortunately, we can't do that with, but it is still a really nice camera.
Yeah, and there's 2 of them, but yeah, whatever. We're working on it. What's up, Brian Wilhite? I don't know if I saw you in there earlier. Hard to monitor the chat too and talk. Actually, be the chatters. Who else is lighting up? Who else is in a 420 time zone right now? We know Crucify Robin, you still have what, 3 hours to go, right? Because Cali's 3 hours behind us.
Yep. Everybody on the East Coast, happy 420 day.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna keep talking until 4 a.m. But again, like I said, maybe
I'm
at
definitely not talking
4:20 a.m. I'll post something up on Instagram, or maybe go on Instagram Live real quick and stuff. Because I am a firm believer in the 420 holiday. Yeah, it's still bicycle day there for you. So I do 420 in the morning on 420. I do 420 in the afternoon on 420, and 420 all day long. 420.
Let me know if you see Jesus, Ryan.
Yep, last blunt is lit here. We're gonna smoke this. Talk to you guys a little bit more.
Then we be out.
Oh, I didn't think you were gonna wait, Crucify. We didn't wait either. That's why I celebrate. I don't know if anybody else celebrates. It's a new holiday, kind of like Christmas Eve. Everybody celebrates Christmas Eve. We celebrate 420 Eve now, which is Bicycle Day also. It's a combination holiday. 420 Eve, Bicycle Day.
Yeah.
You know.
Like when Christmas and like what was it?
We also celebrate 420 all year round at 4:20 p.m. every day. Which we told us the story of 420 earlier. Thank you for the Waldos for coming up with that little secret code of theirs and everything and spreading it through the world. It's fucking it's crazy how shit like that happens. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, who came up with the knock knock joke? you know. Chicken across the road, you know. They actually the root of 420 can trace it. There's actual history.
The space shuttle jokes. After the Challenger blew up, I still want to know who came up with those fucking jokes. And them jokes is out quickly too. Did you get it yet?
Yep.
Thanks, man.
I don't know where it goes. I'm in the middle.
I know he doesn't speak up because he's usually on his phone. He doesn't really pay attention.
That was very,
He's just here for the comments.
What's on the agenda tonight? Well, we've been smoking weed and talking about cannabis for the last 4 hours, and now we're just about done smoking. So yeah, sorry if it's a little boring for you. You can always go to another channel too. Doesn't bother us. Everybody else here is enjoying it.
Yeah, see, if you've been here before, you understand what the agenda normally is and what we're doing tonight.
Yeah.
We're celebrating the holiday. That's all. You can come back next week, maybe into something more English or ghostish or conspiracy theory or something. I can dig that. So we won't just shun you away, but if that's what you were looking for tonight, sorry, it was just more of a celebration of a holiday. That's all. See? Peace, my brother.
And you can't see us smoking anymore because the battery in the camera died, so sorry.
Yeah, because we're almost at the end of the show. It was live and stuff. You see all the smoke and everything. We're sorry, Jason. Yeah. Check off.
God damn it.
Jason Chekhov, excuse me. See? Peace and love, brother.
I'm blazing with you. We're smoking over here. What's going on?
Yeah, unfortunately, like again, Kim, we're almost at the end of the show. Pretty
guys,
much.
everybody who's joining in live now and everything, yeah, we're
you ask everybody else in chat rooms and
just
watch.
subscribe, hit the notify button because we go live all the time. We're always going live, smoking and chatting about all kinds of things, ghosts, aliens, you name it. Fucking, we talk about it. It doesn't fucking matter.
Life,
fucking
death, religion,
psychedelics,
conspiracy, mushrooms, DMT, LSD. We've even had live DMT done on the show. See? That's all.
Yeah, we've had people vaping DMT live on the show. I've gone live. We've gone live when I'm on mushrooms and stuff. I'm gonna do a whole live. It's gonna be a long show, so I mean, you guys probably not gonna want to watch the whole thing. I don't know, but I'm gonna do a whole entire thing. From you guys are gonna watch me take the mushrooms until when I'm done on the mushrooms, for educational purposes only.
Education.
It's all about education, letting people know. Harm reduction. We don't want people getting hurt doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Check your local laws.
Yeah. Don't break any laws.
Jay, you know how many we smoked tonight? Damn, I forgot.
I wonder how many minutes smoke she's out. She snores, then she lasts like 30 seconds, and she goes back to snoring. Jay don't know. How many, Jay?
Exactly. Nothing's illegal until you get caught. Well, I'm on YouTube and I'm talking about it, so check your local laws.
Alright, folks, the last one smoked.
Oh, so close, Jay. So close. 12.
12. He was wrong. Dun, 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 dun.
Sorry, you've gotten it right before. It's okay, Jay. Nope, it's only 12.
Only 12.
There's some big ones, though. And as you gotta remember, there's only 3 of us.
Yeah. There was only 2 of us.
There's only 2 of us for the first part of that. So, so that's 12 blunts between, 2 to 3 people.
He said 15.
They weren't less than 1.5 grams in the smallest one, probably. So, yeah.
That's it, folks.
That's it, folks. Thank you for watching and listening and
we'll
everything
else.
else.
At some point, probably tomorrow night. So
everybody who's new,
make sure
subscribe and
we're
hit
live.
the notifications so you get notified when we go live, because we go live all the time. Peace
well,
and
that's
love.
the whole thing to Rail Rider, because your name is long as shit. We do a blunt count, and sometimes we do a giveaway, and someone knows the blunt count.
Yeah, you gotta try. It's like a game. You gotta try and figure out, see if you can figure out how many blunts we smoke each night, every time when we go live and stuff. And Jay's he's gotten it before, or he's usually pretty close. It's tough because we change the camera out. Sometimes there's people rolling blunts and lighting blunts that aren't on camera, so you gotta try and figure out how much we smoke. But we smoke a lot.
You can win a cool ashtray, a ParanormalHooD ashtray, some t-shirts. You never know what you might win, so keep tuning in, folks.
So everybody, thank you for watching and listening.
Peace and love.
Keep tuning in.
It's over.
Peace and love, everybody.
I'm going to bed now. Go to sleep now. We'll see you next week. We'll see you tomorrow night. Peace and love.